You don't have to replay nothing for me, bud. Yeah, bud.
Okay, do you know what the word petite means? The gem every day.
No.
That's a pretty
Stand
happy
up.
life. If I were to stand up and just kind of show, like, because of the framing of the camera, my no square, so I don't think I want to.
It would show your little scrawny little petite body. You
asked me to stand up, Henry.
Okay, I didn't ask for myself. For your chat to see it.
Wait, so you want the chat to see my scrawny petite body? Is this like...
Wouldn't you be able to see it too then?
I would probably not look at it, right? You'd never think
he would close his eyes. He'd close his eyes. That's what he would do.
Okay.
Yo, Dean, please show your physique to the entire chat. I'll close my eyes when I do it. I promise. I promise I'll close my eyes.
Henry.
I promise I'll close my eyes. I'm closing them.
Henry, are you ready to close your eyes, Henry? Close them, Henry. Close them, Henry. Henry, you better close your eyes. No.
Dean, how dare you?
So, Henry, are you ready to tell us why you support Trump?
Hello?
Hi. Oh, he's just starstruck. He has nothing to say.
Yeah, Henry just wanted the chat to get thirst trapped. That's what he wanted.
Henry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
oh
you
my
got
God.
Maga mobile right now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, listen, I've been...
Oh, now we can't hear you.
It's perfectly fine. I've been waiting in the parking lot at Jersey Mike's to go get my damn fucking sandwich.
Okay, all right. Well, you'll be able to get your damn fucking sandwich after you give me and Parker an argument why you support the shitty, tyrannical, predator president Trump as president.
Whoa! Throwing words out like that, you know that's damn near blasphemy. You know that, right, son?
Blasphemy to call out Trump? You consider Trump God?
Hell no.
So then
the only thing that's God is God himself.
Okay, so what is blasphemy?
The only thing that's God is God.
Listen, I'm not here to have a theological debate with you about whatever the hell religion.
Honestly, Henry, I'm surprised you could pronounce that word.
Yeah, I'm a lot smarter than you think I am. I'm smarter than probably the majority of human beings. Oh. Do you understand that?
Well, I mean...
I don't even know if that's true.
Being smarter than the majority of human beings would just make you slightly above average.
Ask me a question then. Hey, ask me a question then.
Okay, are you ready?
Go ahead.
What is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere?
Methane.
No,
what? Methane?
But methane.
You did not just say methane is nowhere near number one.
Also, like methane, isn't methane combustible? Methane is like highly combustible, right?
I learned all this stuff when I was a kid.
It went in one ear out the other because I have a whole
bunch of other information to retain.
If the most abundant gas in the atmosphere is methane, if you like held like a match outside, like the whole like world would just go boom.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. You don't know anything about how chemicals really work or react or anything like that. I can tell. So.
I don't know anything about how chemicals work or react. Okay, so can you please name a chemical compound?
No, it doesn't really seem like it.
Please name please name one chemical compound.
What?
Oxygen, CO2. You want me to keep listing off a whole bunch of them? Hydrogen peroxide. Fucking literally anything you can think of.
Can I make one point real quick? You know the percentage of methane in our atmosphere is 0.00019%.
Okay, dude, cool, whatever. I concede on that point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the most abundant. I agree.
Wait, what is the chemical compound of hydrogen peroxide?
Multiple different. You have to combust a whole bunch of different elements together, and that's basically what it created. You can't really name a specific one.
It's actually just H2O2.
You can't name a specific one.
Okay, but anyway, so tell us why you support.
Can you tell me?
I just told you H2O2. But tell us why you support this terrible president.
Nice.
Tell us why you support this terrible president, Mr.
Oh, multiple reasons. The first reason as well. Did you see what's happening today? The new $6 billion investment for children. There's about going to be 25 million children who are all going to get a new bank account with plus $250 in it. Basically free money.
Okay.
Basically free money for kids. That's good. That's going to grow. That's called economy. That's called stocks.
So I have a question. First and foremost, where's that money coming from?
2 donors, actually.
Lowe's.
Really good.
From Lowe's.
Yeah, really good Republican donors who are good Trump people.
Oh, okay. So I just want to make it clear that the money's not coming from the Trump administration, right?
Yeah, but Trump was the one who probably had a meeting with them and said, hey, you're going to do this.
Well, here's the thing. Kamala Harris actually proposed massive increases in the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 from the second to the fifth, and $3,000 from the 6th to the 17th. In total, that dollar amount... No, that's what she proposed. You can't say that's wrong. In total, that dollar amount would triumph any investment that Lowe's is offering to put into individual children, right? Like, for instance, getting $6,000 back in the first year of a child's life, and then if you were to take that round and invest it into some type of, like, stock account, is like significantly more than like a one-time $250 payment. Are we clear?
Do you see that right there?
What are you pointing at, Henry?
Jersey Mike's.
Okay, what about
I've been waiting to talk to you while I'm in. Can I go in there and order my sandwich real quick?
Yeah,
No.
actually, you can. I'm with it.
I don't want to have a debate in front of other people in the store. I don't want to be on the phone in the store.
You like care about what the public's perception is of you? Well, then you probably shouldn't be on live in front of like over.
I don't want to be debating.
Well,
I don't want to be debating there.
All I'm going to say is that then you probably shouldn't be like online actively defending an admitted sexual abuser, convicted fraudster, rapist as
Sexual abusers.
He is one.
What?
Trump is
has
one.
been held civilly liable.
Okay, dude, listen. Yeah, that's not cool if that happened. That's really not cool. I don't like that.
Okay.
Wait, so then you wouldn't support him, given that you know this, that he was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't support him in that decision right there. That's not okay.
Would
But
you
I
still vote?
support
Would you
him
still
in-
vote for him?
I
though?
Well, I support him in the way where I'm excited to get my $2,000 tariff check. What the fuck are you going to be talking about when that happens, huh?
You're not getting your check. That's like, what happened to the Doge check?
Oh, yeah?
What happened to the $7,000 Doge check? Did anyone
What's
forget about that one?
That never even was a thing that happened. That's just some bullshit he saw on
That's what
CNN
Trump
or
supporters
something.
are
buddy.
claiming.
Right. So that's
That's
something
some
that
bullshit you saw
Elon
on
announced.
CNN, buddy.
Elon and Trump announced. I think it was a $6,000 check from Doge because of the amount of money that they were able to quote unquote save us, and we are never getting that check. I mean, Doge literally doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I know, because they basically came in, they did their job, cleaned up the government, and now what else do they have to do? They fixed the country already.
Actually, Doge costs more to run than they saved.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
dude, I need to go get my sandwich. I am starving.
You got weak
I've
hands.
been waiting.
But you got weak hands, brother.
Huh?
You got soft hands.
Oh,
brother?
yeah, okay.
You got soft hands, real
Look at
soft
this.
hands. Soft hands for a weak guy. You need to eat to live. Fucking.
Do you see those hands? I just got done from cutting wood.
Oh yeah, let's see those hands, brother. Let's see those hands, brother. Turn your camera on.
Look at it. I just
Your
got done
camera's not
chopping wood.
on.
That's a real hand.
You're such a
Hold
soy
up.
boy because you need to eat food to live. You're such
see
a
how
soy
big
boy.
I don't know. Those look like some soy hands, bro.
Is this camera
Those
on?
are man hands.
Is this
I just
camera
got
on?
done chopping wood.
You
see
got
those
some
calluses?
soft hands right there, son. You got
Yeah.
some soft hands.
Oh, my
Yeah,
finger.
this
I can't even bend my
is what a
finger.
man's hand
hard
looks
hands
like.
right here.
This
These are hard
this
hands.
is what man hands look like, brother.
Man hands look
This
like,
is what
brother.
man hands look like, brother.
Look at how big that is.
Man hands look like this, brother.
Yeah, you
Steering wheel, dude.
you see those calluses, Henry?
Look at that.
Hey, sit down, soy boy. You see those calluses, Henry? You see that callus,
Yeah.
buddy?
Look.
That's what a
Promise you
man
if I were
hand
to
looks
compare-
like.
I promise you, if I were to compare my hand to yours in real life, I could palm the whole face of your head.
What is
can
that?
palm it.
What is that soft, weak little
Like a
hand?
basketball. Do
Did-
you
did-
see that thing right there? Dude, that's been there since I was
Buddy,
5.
buddy,
Henry, you need to wash your hands here,
Henry.
sir. You need to wash them right now, sir. You need to go down to the literal bathroom and wash them right now, sir.
Henry, buddy, did you
I just
just
got done chopping wood outside. Have you ever chopped a damn log in your life?
Henry, did you
I'll
just
wash my hands after I do it.
Henry, did you just pop out the womb? Cause you got some baby hands, Henry. Those some baby
People in the chat
hands.
said they couldn't see my hands, so you want to see them again?
Those
chat?
are some baby
Look at that.
hands, Henry. Did
Can
you just
see
pop out the
my hands
womb?
now, chat?
They look,
You're getting me
dude.
pissed off.
Yeah,
when
honestly,
I get hungry, I get angry. I get angry
those are
when I
really-
get
Those are
hungry,
really
and
some
I'm
soy boy
hungry.
hands.
No, they're not. Hey, chat, can you see my hands now?
Yeah,
Can
don't
you
they
see how
look
big
soft?
these things
everybody?
are?
Don't they look soft? That's
No,
really
they don't. Look at
small
that. That
hands,
callus
man.
has been there since I was 5 years old.
It's not a callus, buddy. It's not a callus, buddy. You
Yeah,
just
it is. Look at that.
No, it's not. You just
Yeah,
put some-
I just debunked you.
No, you just put some dirt on it before you turn your camera on.
Seriously.
Yeah, so small.
Oh
and
yeah,
soft.
no, I just got done chopping wood because it's wintertime, so you need to have fires to survive. Have you ever heard of that? Your ancestors
A
probably had to
real
do
man would have done it a week ago, brother. You would have already had it. You wouldn't have had to chop it right now, sir. You would have chopped it all the time.
For the person in chat said I don't have fungus on my hands. This is called a callus. This is what your hands look like when you go outside and do shit. I don't have fungus on my hands.
You got fungus on your hands, little bro. Oh wait, hey, I actually have a question. Are you an American patriot?
More than you. Listen, I'm going to go inside and get my little Jimmy Mikes, my Jersey Mikes. I'm starving as shit. I'll keep debating you. If you stay here for just a couple minutes, you can read off your little guest donations. Yeah. But let me go get my sandwich.
Go get your sandwich, little bro. Okay. Go get your sandwich, little bro.
Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me go inside and get my fucking sandwich. I'll prove it to you the whole time I'm going out.
I don't think that you need to prove that you're walking into a sandwich store. You're good.
bro has to show what he's showing. What stories? Yeah, show us what you get to. Let's see it.
No, dude. I think that's good. You could just put yourself on mute.
Yeah. Come on. You might want to turn his camera on. He's literally going in and showing. Dude, we are not in Jersey Mike's with this guy right now.
Okay, good. There you go. His camera's starting to cut out a little bit. I guess that
can you imagine being in that Jersey Mike's and you're watching this stream?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. We're just gonna leave him there, folks. We're gonna go to get another Trump supporter up here in the meantime. We'll continue our conversation with. Is he wearing sandals with socks on? Dude, oh my God, Henry, I'm gonna.
Real men don't wear sandals here, Henry.
Yeah, well, sandals with socks is crazy, dude.
That's great, diabolical. Actually, I do that all the time. Who am I kidding?
We're gonna go to get that next Trump supporter up here in the meantime, folks. While they're loading in, there's a couple people that I'd like to thank here. James, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal, my friend. I want everybody watching to please show some love to James down below in that chat who says, keep it up, bud. James, that is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you for the very first donation of the day. All the love in the world to you, man. All the love in the world to you. Thank you, James. And what is going on, new guest? What is your name? Mr. Buddy, do you support Trump?
Yes.
All right, buddy. How old are you?
18.
Oh, what year are you born in, bud?
2006.
Cool. I'm gonna have you hang out with here. Whoa. What's your birthday?
Yeah, 2007. June 20th.
Wait, you just said 2006.
Yeah.
So it seems like you switched your birthday. Get out of here! You're not a real man because you're literally a minor, so therefore you're not an adult. Therefore you're not a man. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Only op instead of that cue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump as president. All right, folks, please follow our rules so I don't have to ban you. Quite frankly, we're going to be banning a lot of people today that break the rules. We got that next guest loading up right now, guys. There's also a handful of other people that I do need to thank. You guys are already going crazy today, and we've only been live for 20 minutes. Okay, please don't piss on live, brother.
That's not piss, that's shower, like, yeah, but...
Are you in the shower? Dude, get out of here. Get out of here. Bro, God, come on, dude. If you're going to, shower, I mean, good that you're keeping yourself clean, okay? I think that a lot of Trump supporters need to do that, but, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Come on. Really? Really, brother? On live? Get out of here. Okay, a couple other people that I would like to thank here. And...
Can I get the number 8, please, on a giant sandwich?
Okay, Henry... We're going to go to put Henry back on mute. We're going to continue to look for that next Trump supporter, guys. Let's get that. Henry, stop unmuting yourself. I'm muting you because you're fucking ordering. This is like a political debate life, Henry. Okay? Go get your food, whatever. We're just going to get another Trump supporter up here in the meantime. I'd also like to thank Ann. Appreciate you so much for the $10. That's over on Venmo. The very first Venmo donation of the day. Show some love to Ann down below in that chat. And then Jonathan and Ashley, appreciate you both. Ashley with the $5 says for your sanity during these lives. Yeah, I'm going to go insane today, bro. We're only 20 minutes in and I'm already losing it. I'd also like to thank Kelly for the $15 over on Venmo. Thank you so much, Kelly, who says, please discuss Trump pardoning former Honduran.
I just want to say I'm not a Trump supporter.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day, Catherine. We are just looking for Trump supporters. Once again, Kelly with a 15 says, please discuss Trump pardoning former Honduran president who conspired to import tons of DRUGS into America. I think I briefly heard about that. I'm not too up to date on the specifics, but I think that is insane, dude. He's such a fucking hypocrite, man.
Wait, can I make one point about that? Is that literally most of the DRUGS that'd be coming from Venezuela would either be M drug, the one that's legal in the states, right, in plenty of different states, and C drug, which he pardoned a C drug trafficker. So if he's unaliving people for having C drug or trying to bring that to the United States, which mostly it goes to Africa and Europe, it doesn't actually go to the United States. If he was doing that, well then why would he pardon someone who was trafficking C drug?
Yeah, no, dead ass. All right, like, okay, when it's a former Honduran president, if you try to traffic the sea drug into America, you get a full presidential pardon. But if you're not the former Honduran president and you're suspected of trafficking DRUGS into America, and you're hanging on for your dear life off of the side of a blown up boat in the middle of the South Caribbean, well, guess what? The military is going to hit you with a targeted strike to kill you. So, I mean, make it make sense, guys, because I certainly can't. I certainly can't make it make sense. Parker, if you wouldn't mind helping me trying to get another Trump supporter up in here, it'd mean a whole lot. I mean, I'm just trying my little heart out, and I can't really seem to find anybody. What's going on, Ultimate Edition? Do you support Trump?
I have a real quick question.
Sorry, we're only looking to talk to Trump supporters, dude. You do take care. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Please follow the rules. Else be banned. Else be banned, guys. Make sure if you are inside of that queue, you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. Please, 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 please. As well as Heather, thank you for the $10 sub on Venmo. Says we need 1 million more smart young people like you and Parker. Thank you, Heather. Let's get 100 Heather W's down below. Okay. All right. What is
King Duffy? I brought him up literally just to make fun of him for a second. Why are you so obsessed with Dean, bro?
Can you get a new haircut, please, King Duffy? It's like freaking me out.
Oh, what's up with y'all hating? What the fuck?
Wait, you literally came up on my live last time and then literally just called me a DRUG addict and then literally wouldn't talk to me.
I did talk to you, and you admitted it on live like an idiot.
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean like an idiot? You said that as like an insult, bro.
I did no. Tell me how I used it as an insult at all.
You did. You literally did on the stream. You were using it as a means to not listen to anything I was saying. You literally said because this is true about you, I'm not going to listen to you.
Okay, Parker. I said that you are uncontrollable and you can't control your own urges because you are a drug addict.
Dude,
which you said was a reason to not listen to me.
Can you say
no,
that
you can't. I'd kick him.
Oh my god.
Hey, King Duffy,
okay,
just quickly before I kick you, can you make me one promise?
Parker, listen, what's the promise?
What's the promise? Get a new haircut. That bowl cut looks like shit. Thanks, buddy. Moving on. All right. We're going to get that next Trump supporter loaded up into the box. Here we go, guys. Here we go, everybody. Only up inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that still somehow supports Donald J. Trump as president. I'd really appreciate it, everybody. Are you back, Henry?
Finally, a Trump supporter.
What's up? Do you support Trump, man?
I got my sub right there. Under my socks right there.
Monio, how old are you?
I'm 50.
50. Okay, so we got Henry and Monio down here. Am I pronouncing your name right, Monio?
Did you say however you want, bro?
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'll happily pronounce it right. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the debate. It looks like we got a little bit of a 2v2 running up here. Now, before we do, I just want to make sure that I can catch up on thanking some fantastic people because you guys are showing so much love today. Oh my God, guys, Kathy, thank you so much for the $100 donation over on PayPal. We're only 30 minutes into the stream and you guys are going absolutely fucking nuts. I want everybody watching to please show some love to Kathy down below in that chat. Kathy, you are here nearly every single day showing up and showing out, dropping some crazy fucking love. I want everybody to please show that love to Kathy right now down below in that comment section. Kathy with $100 says, because I love what you do. Kathy, you are so incredibly kind. I really appreciate you for being here, and I just think that you're awesome. Let's get some massive W's for Kathy down below in that comment section. Thank you one last time for the $100 donation. As well as April, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo, says finally cut alive. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being here. I'd also like to thank Milo for the $5, who says, please run for president one day. I don't know. I'll make that determination here in around 20 years, honestly. And then Victoria, thank you for the $30 on Venmo, who says, hey, Dean, been listening to your lives at work. After all the conspiracy theorists that have been coming onto your live lately, I was inspired, to form my own batshit insane conspiracy theory. Maybe the Great and Maga refers to the Great Depression. Yes, I don't even know if that's a conspiracy theory to suggest that Trump may cause a recession. That might just be an educated fact, educated guess. Thank you so much for the $30. Thank you so much for the love. As well as Kalia, thank you for the $5 on PayPal, and Georgia with a 3. We're all cut up. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Now, let's go ahead and hop into that 2v2, Patrimono and Henry.
Can I ask you a question off that? Would you ever say that you're a conspiracy theorist yourself in any way?
Well, I mean, I think that the conspiracy theories that I may or may not believe in don't really pertain to politics, so not really.
So you just believe everything you're told like a good guy?
Well, I don't believe everything that I'm told like a good little boy. That's like you with Trump. Donald Trump will shove his own shit down your throat and you'll say, give me more. When I'm told something, like I evaluate it for its evidence. I evaluate it for its reasonability in accordance with what reasons exist for it to be true or for it to be false. Okay?
Exactly. Me too. I use statistical data typically, and I base my beliefs off the data I have around me.
Oh, okay. So, like, can you give me an example of this? So, like, for instance, when Donald Trump said he won the 2020 election, did you believe that?
when he won. I mean, yeah, he's president right now. He obviously won the election, dude. Do you guys hear this, dude? Do you guys hear this guy?
I said
complete fucking goofball.
I said 2020. You complete fucking goofball.
2020. So okay, 5 years ago, did he win that one? I don't know. I wasn't there counting the votes myself, bro.
Oh, good.
You think I was in the ballot box? Do you think I was in the ballot box counting the votes?
No, because I think that you were at home, sitting in your mother's basement playing Fortnite.
Wrong.
Educated.
Wrong. Nope, wrong. Just he lies, guys. This is if for anyone listening to this live stream right now, if you want to come to the light side, and stay away from the dark side that this guy's on right now, you can follow me. I'll send you some quotes from the Bible. I'll send you some historical data.
Send you some quotes from the Bible. Do you think that Trump's a good Christian?
No, I don't think he is a Christian.
Yeah, of course, he's not a Christian at all. So why do you support like this terrible satanic mess as president, knowing that he's like infringing on the core Christian values? If you'll allow me to finish speaking, knowing that he's infringing on the core Christian values that you like supposedly hold near and dear, right? Such as like caring for those that have less than you. Meanwhile, when Donald Trump is president, he's refusing to abide by court orders to fund food stamps, leaving 16 million children to starve for 12 days.
Yep. I'll answer that real quick after I say, for the person in the chat who's making a claim about me following him, it's because this guy told me to. So just for that, yeah, you just got unfollowed right now, actually. I just unfollowed you right now.
Well, I have another 4.8 million. I think I'll be okay.
Okay, buddy.
So do you want to respond to the question that I asked you?
Yeah, I don't think he's a satanist, dude. Whatever the hell that even is. I don't even think you even know what that is.
Well, the more specific point that I made is how can you support him as president knowing that he like stands against all the values that the gospel stands for, right? Such as like providing to those that are more needy than yourself. Meanwhile, he's refusing to abide by court orders to feed like 16 million starving American children. He did so for 12 days during November, the first 12 days of November, right? He's also like passing some of the worst economic policy that we've ever seen for like the working class, that we've ever seen for low-income Americans.
How come gas just hit below $3? I even saw that on your own little liberal app, Ground News.
Actually, according to the Energy Information Administration, isn't the average price of gasoline $3.19, 2 cents higher than what it was in January?
And how much is the inflation right now?
The rate of inflation?
Yeah, inflation. How much is it right now?
3%, which is higher than 3% when he got in office. Plus, we've actually seen it go down to as
Biden. It was at 9 and sometimes at 12. So
well, that's not big. It was not the highest point.
Yeah, it was the highest. It was the highest ever.
Listen, no, that's not the highest ever. The highest ever.
You guys were not doing anything for the economy. What were you? What Biden was doing for the economy?
Can I explain? The highest ever.
Millions of people into the United States. That's what he was doing for the economy.
So the highest ever was actually
what did Biden ever did for the economy? Answer that.
So the
he didn't do nothing for it.
Can I please speak?
Down a bunch of pipelines. Is that what he did for the economy?
Listen, guys, you're gonna have to let Parker speak.
Leave billions of dollars in what was it in Afghanistan or whatever the fuck?
Ukraine.
I'll talk about this in a second. So again, if you want to talk about inflation, the inflation was the highest actually under stagflation, so not under the Biden-Harris administration. Secondly, the inflation that happened under the Biden-Harris administration was global. It happened all around the world: Africa, Asia, South America, Central America. Can I please finish?
Hey, man.
Do you have any policy that you like? That's how you sound.
I can mention a policy, but we haven't even gotten to that point yet because you keep cutting me off.
You said that you were 50. Act it.
I'm so glad to be out here.
You have to speak to my buddy like that up there.
Okay, so again,
he's acting less mature than my fucking 12-year-old.
I'm gonna say this is what happens when you have actual smart people like Patrick and I in your live stream. Okay.
So can I finish explaining?
It's okay because they just two kids that on the wrong side of history right now. But go ahead, Parker. Go ahead.
For sure. So the inflation is actually not caused by the Biden-Harris administration.
Let's have something clear. You just said that.
Dude, come on. Let's let him talk. Come on, let him talk.
Go.
Yeah, so the inflation that happened under the Biden-Harris administration was not due to the Biden-Harris administration policy. That was because of global inflation that happened due to supply chain issues relating to the pandemic. Under Trump's administration so far, the tariffs have caused upward pressure on prices. If you're talking about the billions of dollars left in Afghanistan, actually, that was stuff that we gave to the Afghan government to defend themselves against the Taliban, which the Trump administration would have done as well. And anything that was not given to the Afghan government to defend themselves, it was either destroyed on site or brought back to the United States.
No, sir. there's pictures with the Afghan army celebrating with all this new equipment. So please.
Yes, I just told you.
And on
We gave.
top of that, they left a bunch of freaking guns too. So it was I mean.
Okay, I'm going to try to reword exactly what Parker said. Hopefully, when I say it, it'll make sense. So, no, the Taliban in Afghanistan had no operable American military equipment whatsoever.
Says you? Who said that?
Show
me where did you found? Show me where did you found that? Who?
Before I give you evidence for my claim, can I just finish it?
Go ahead. But anyways, we were just making the point about the inflation, and he just admitted that it was higher.
Now back to inflation. Fine. We're just ping pong.
Yeah, listen, Patrick. All this guy does is just listen to what Joe Biden has to say. So you're not really going to get much through his little head.
Okay, this is why do I choose?
Let's not talk about Joe Biden.
I don't know why I choose to do this to myself. Hey,
okay, let me ask you.
No, I'm going to ask you something. No, you be quiet. You shut up so I can respond to what you've said. Okay, I actually have a question for both you, Monio.
I have a question after you. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, I have a question that I want to ask you, Monio, and you, Henry. So you guys have claimed to be, the educated adults here. You call me and Parker kids. So at this point in time, I'm going to go and ask both of you one very simple question. Can you guys please tell me precisely how Biden caused inflation? No.
20
I've never heard of executive orders.
20 million people into the country. You know what that does to a country, bro?
So you're saying an introduction of undocumented immigrants into America caused a bunch of inflation? How so?
What do you think is going to happen if you put 20 million people in anywhere? 20 million people.
Well, actually, undocumented immigrants have a downward pressure in many industries because you're saying that maybe prices will go up if they join the demand side of the economy, but you're forgetting that they're actually more likely to actively participate in the labor force or the supply side of the economy.
Okay, let me stop you there.
Well, I actually got to stop you there. I see what everybody's spamming in the comment section. Y'all already know the drill. Got my Discord open to the lives channel.
What do you think? Listen, I'm a Cuban American, and I want to explain something to you. I'm a Cuban American, and I live in Miami, right? Most of the illegals, most of the people that come here that don't have paper, they don't stay here. They work and they send all that money to their country. Okay, and then they go to that country. They all they do is take. Trust me when I tell you that.
Okay, so you're saying
they vote in illegal elections.
You're saying okay. So now I have two claims to respond to here. I'd really appreciate if both of you would listen up. So Monimo, in response to your claim, you said that all undocumented immigrants do is take. Well, the facts say something completely different. According to the IRS and the Institution.
Not all of them.
If you're going to listen to what I say here, according to the IRS and the Institution on Taxation and Economics, undocumented immigrants pay over $100 billion per year in state, federal, and local taxes. Not to mention the fact that then when they work a job, they can't file for a tax return at the end of the year, so they're disproportionately more likely to pay more in taxes compared to citizens. Also, not to mention the fact that when they are disproportionately more likely to pay more in taxes than citizens, they're also disproportionately less likely to be able to get something from that, like benefits. They don't qualify for any benefits from our federal government, nor do they qualify for benefits in 40 of our 50 states that are limited. So when you're sitting here telling me that all undocumented immigrants do is take, I'm going to say all that you do spread misinformation because of the facts that I just shared you, plus a secondary fact here that according to the American Immigration Council, undocumented immigrants contribute $1.1 through $1.7 trillion per year into the American GDP. If we would remove them all, it would crash our GDP, reduce our government revenue. We'd be spending $2 trillion to get it done in the process. And I'm going to say this last part with my eyes closed. We'd also destabilize our American industries since we'd be removing 8.4 million of their laborers and 11 million of their consumers. Therefore, productive capacities would be lowered and our economy would be in a shithole.
Listen, how do they pay more taxes? Explain that part. That's the only part that I have a question.
Yeah,
how do they pay more taxes?
They're disproportionately more likely to pay more in taxes since they can't file for a return.
How do they pay more? But
because they can't file for tax returns.
Oh yeah, but do they buy do they get a mortgage? Do they get a car under their name? How these people pay more in taxes? Because they get food stamps and they get a lot of other help.
Okay,
I see that every day.
They actually can't get food stamps from the federal government.
Okay.
They can only get limited benefits in 10 of our 50 states.
Okay. If they have a child, bro, they just have to go to and get help. They will receive
Okay, one second. I'm so sorry. Can everybody please stop spamming that in my comment section? The guest has his following list hidden. You can't hide your following list when you're already on live. Like, I'm totally like on board with you guys like calling out people, right, who are like who genuinely deserve this, right? But like this one, just like this is like completely uncalled for. This is completely uncalled for. I completely condemn this, right? Don't say that baselessly. You cannot hide your following list while you're already on live. That's something that you have to go into your TikTok settings on your account page to do, not something that he's been able to do the whole time that he's been up here, meaning that his following list has been hidden since before he even joined. He cannot hide it on live. Stop spamming that in the chat. I think that's pretty fucked. Unless there's proof. If there's proof, please do it. If there's proof, please do it. There's just simply like no proof. But go ahead.
Yeah, my question to you is, what do you think about Joe Biden?
Joe Biden, I think that
evil fucking shithead.
Okay. Oh, so Joe Biden's an evil shithead. What's the worst thing that Joe Biden's ever done?
Dude, okay. You want me to send you some articles? Have you ever heard of how the globalist liberals have created the globe theory?
The globe theory?
Do you know what the globe theory is?
Are you talking about like a round earth?
Yeah. Have you ever heard, do you know about how the globalist liberals have kind of created that theory and sparked it into place?
Do you know that? Wait, Henry, do you think the earth is flat?
I don't know. Have you, are you an astronaut, buddy? Have you, Parker? Have
I'm
you
not
ever
an
been up
astronaut,
to
Henry,
space?
but without being an astronaut, I can explain to you how the earth is actually round and not flat. Would you like me to do that for you?
Yeah, let me just see you start where you're at right now, and then run around the whole planet, buddy, and come back to your chair right there. That will convince me.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to be able to do that while I'm live.
You're ridiculous, dude.
Henry, I'll definitely be able to do that while I'm live. So let me give you an actual explanation.
Seriously,
okay.
what do you guys think about Biden's presidency?
Oh my God, dude! Holy shit! Please stop cutting me off, bro. Please, I just want to be able to make a point.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Okay, thank you. So if you think the earth is flat, it will be disproven by this one little question. Why does the sun set if the earth is flat? Because if it is above us, there would be nothing limiting our field of view.
This is a good one. So why does the sun set? Think about that right there. Think about that exact word. Okay, you know the word sun, right?
Okay, I know the word sun.
Yeah. Do you know what the word set means?
Yes.
Okay. Sun sets. Now think of a set of a musical, of a play. Sun sets. Sun sets. Put the word together. Sun sets. Where would the sun go? Does it go in the ocean? Where do you think it goes? Or do they actually just turn it off? Which one?
Who's they?
Whoever's living in that, whoever's living in it.
Living in the sun?
Not in the sun, dickhead.
Henry. You say they turn it off? Well, then we would see it just disappear like that. It gets blocked by the ground. That's what the horizon is.
Not to mention, when the sun goes over the horizon and sets for us in like America, it's only rising for individuals on the other side of the globe.
So why do you see the sun go down? Okay, you want to run a little experiment? I'll show your chat right here.
The light only shuts off for half of the globe.
No, let me explain. Do you have anything flat in your room right now?
Yeah. I have a desk.
Yeah.
Can you show it in front of the camera? I'll run an experiment. I'll explain it to your chat right here.
Sure.
Do you have something flat?
Piece of paper.
And then do you have another object like a ball or something?
I have a playing card.
Wow, this is good.
That will work. That'll work.
Is that a ball? I mean, I have my anxiety pin. I don't really want to show that on live, though.
I was about to say I have that too.
Yeah. I can make a ball.
Something small.
I can make a ball. Here we go. All right.
Okay, let me explain this to you like you're a toddler. Okay, put it flat. Now you have so move it out sideways, not because it's not above us. Obviously, the sun's not above us. Up, move it up, over to your right. Right there. Okay, so this is what happened when remember the sun sets. Now start setting the sun. Make it go down, down, down. Oh, look, the sun just set. Oh, we just saw the sun go down, and now move it underneath.
For everyone, though.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Here's
Everyone.
The issue. Here's the issue with your theory. Can I tell you the issue with your theory?
Yeah, explain it.
So if we're treating this plane card like the flat plane you're assuming the Earth to be, and you're telling me the way that the sun sets is by literally going beneath a flat plane, we would expect when the sun would go beneath the flat plane of the Earth, that therefore it would be dark for everybody on the Earth simultaneously. The two issues with this theory, the first issue would be when the sun sets for us in America, it only rises for individuals on the other side of the globe. Not to mention that there's a 24-hour sun at both poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. And given your theory here of the sun going beneath the flat plane that the Earth is, no one would expect to be able to see the sun at that point. But given the fact that there's a 24-hour sun at both poles, and when the sun sets in one hemisphere, it rises in another, we've now debunked your theory.
Exactly. It sets in one place, rises in the other. Now make the sun go underneath. Down, underneath, and go over to the other side, and then it goes down and go up. There you go, buddy. There you go. You just figured it out.
Wait, but isn't the sun now visible from the totality of the flat plane?
Yeah, the sun just rose again. It's now sun time. It's daytime.
Wait, but the sun.
But then it's still visible by the other side.
Yeah, but
no, do you know what the other side is?
Did you know that the sun always rises in the east, always sets in the west? Okay, right. So this theory already
exactly. So it's a circular motion, dude. It's gonna set in the same place, rise in the same place, set in the same place, rise in the same place, and it's gonna be dark.
It goes like this.
Yeah, and it goes like that, and then it goes over. Go down, up, and then it goes over like that. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
It's like
Have you figured it out yet, or do you want me to keep explaining more things?
So then, how do you explain the 24-hour sun at the North and South Pole?
So do you see the sides of the card?
Yeah.
Look, do you see the sides?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of something called a wall?
So you're saying that the North and South Pole are in the sides of the flat plane?
Do you see the sides of the car? Every single corner, all the sides?
Yeah.
The sun is immersive and it shines everywhere. So those sides are always going to have light shown on it, no matter what.
But we know that the North Pole is in the corner of the Earth. We also know that the South Pole is in the corner of the Earth.
But how come when you go to the North Pole, you can't go around it, and then you go to the South Pole and you can't go around it? It's like the walls and closed on planet Earth.
There's an annual yacht race around the South Pole.
No, not.
Yes, you could publicly sign up for it. Anybody's able to do it.
Yeah, do you have a yacht?
No, I don't have a yacht. Anybody with a yacht.
Okay. So point proven.
So do you just think that people with yachts are part of the globalist elite, right? That want to consume theory? Every yacht owner.
I mean, are you the same person who talks about billionaires being the elites or whatever?
Yeah, but hey, you don't have to be a billionaire to own a yacht.
You're starting to get it. You're starting to get it.
You don't have to be a billionaire to own a yacht. And B, if you have enough money, anybody can buy a yacht. Given that you have enough money first, right?
Patrick,
so
what do you think? Patrick, am I right or am I wrong?
You are absolutely correct.
Exactly. Listen.
Wait, you did not just say that he was correct. Do you think the Earth is flat also?
I don't know about, I'm not talking about that. I was talking about the other subject.
Do you think he's wrong on the flat Earth?
No, I'm going to be absolutely correct about every single thing that comes out of my mouth. You understand me?
Hey, I believe you. I haven't seen it either.
Listen, Patrick, the thing that you and I understand that these guys don't, my brain has evolved faster than the typical human being. My brain is evolving past what human consciousness can comprehend. Every single thing, I've explained this to people before, every single thing that your brain can possibly conceive, every single thing that your brain can ever possibly think of, the figment of your imagination, I've already thought everything.
Henry, but what do you think it happened to them? I blame the media more.
Liberal media.
Fake news.
Are you kidding me?
They have consumed so much fake news.
100%.
What fake news have I consumed?
Listen,
dude.
I was telling you,
you're liberal.
I'm a
Listen
Cuban.
to CNN, dude.
Like I was telling you, I'm a Cuban, right? I went to school in Cuba. And indoctrination is a real thing, bro. It's a real thing. And you guys, think about it. How come you and I are so far apart? One of us have to be right? But when you guys have it in front of your face, you don't believe it. It's like, I'm telling you right now, I have all the
What did we believe? What did we believe that was in
It's because they've been indoctrinated and propagandized.
Let's do a little exercise. We have all the proof on the table.
Adam, thank you for the party vote.
Barack Hussein Obama, right? Used the intelligence to spy on Donald Trump and everybody on the mother, and then coming after him. You know, all the evidence is there because
Shin, thank you for the mic hammer. I appreciate that.
It's on the Department of Justice, and we're launching an investigation. But you guys are not worried about that, right? And that's going to be one of the biggest scandals in politics.
Point number one. There's no evidence that Barack Obama used any intelligence to spy on Trump. That is just like
yes, it is. Yes, it is. You want me to tell you at the very beginning when it happened?
Please demonstrate the evidence to me.
Tell him, Patrick.
Okay,
please.
let me explain it to you. You know how there's a briefing, presidential briefing, right? You know what a presidential briefing is?
Yeah, where the president
explain it to them. They probably don't.
Of course, you know. So Barack Hussein Obama, right? He sent to do an investigation after Hillary lost. He sent to do an supposed investigation to see if Russia actually colluded with Donald Trump, right? And what came back from that investigation? No.
Actually,
can I finish my point, please? Or you're gonna crash out? Let me finish. Let me educate you.
Yeah, sure.
So Obama said, no, I don't believe it. This is not. You have to go and try to find something because I'm not going to present this. I'm getting all that. Take all that back and bring me something. And then they used the Hillary Clinton dossier to come after him to present it into the FISA court to spy on an elected president. Okay.
Appreciate your very cute little argument. First and foremost, that's
how it began.
Okay, I want to make it clear that under Trump in his first term, there was two investigations done, right, into the Russia collusion allegation made against Trump. And both of these two investigations, driven by Trump's own DOJ, found no wrongdoing on behalf of Obama or his administration. Second of all, just let me.
That hasn't happened.
Oh my God! I let you speak for 3 minutes. You're gonna let me get more than 3 words out. I finally muted you. I'm finally done. And then second of all, by the way, the investigation of Russia collusion did actually prove Russian interference in the 2016 election and proved Russian collusion with Donald Trump's own personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. Okay? Right? So, I mean, we're not going to sit here and act like that investigation was baseless. And by the way, right, if we want to talk about acts of criminality here, if we want to talk about stepping outside of the boundaries of what is typical for persecution directed from a DOJ, we see an unprecedented attack directed by Donald Trump's DOJ, led by Pam Bondi, onto Donald Trump's own personal political opponents, like Letitia James and James Comey. I mean, Donald Trump accidentally published a private transmission that he meant to send to Pam Bondi in private on Truth Social, telling her to literally just simply investigate his political opponents. Okay, and it's not like this is anything new for Trump. Less than a week and a half ago, he was literally calling for the execution of Democrats. Okay, right? So you're not going to sit here and tell me that you think that an investigation into one's political opponents is possibly wrong, considering the fact that you're supporting a president when somebody's on his side and commits a violent crime, like the 173 violent criminals that were convicted of a deadly assault on police officers on the steps of our Capitol on January 6th, calls them patriots and gives them full and complete presidential pardons. But then when somebody's not on their side, he accuses them of baseless crimes of baselessly, like last night saying that Michelle Obama was using Biden's auto pen, or that Barack Obama led a fruitless investigation of him with the Russia hoax, or the fact that the Democrats faked the Epstein files to try to incriminate himself. Okay? So shut the fuck up. And I'm actually going to ask you both to shut the fuck up here for a second, just so I can thank a couple people for their very kind donations. First and foremost, the boss. Let me just thank a couple people here. The boss, thank you so much for the $50 over on Super Chat. Holy shit, bro. Oh my God. The boss with the $50 fucking dollars. Let's make sure that we can read their message here. Says, let's also talk about how if the earth is flat, why do we have different time zones? Time zones make no sense with Mr. Henry's theory. I doubt he even knows what a time zone is. But thank you so much for the $50. Bro. We also have $50 from a couple other people. Professional dog trainer, thank you for the $50. He says, I think it's cute that he believes he has a brain. Sure bet, Tin Man. And then the boss with another $50 who says, how is the earth flat but the sun is round? Question, if the earth Earth is flat, would the sun and the rest of the planets not be flat as well? Oh, that's actually a good point considering the fact that in order to represent the sun in his model here, that you crump up a ball. But shut the fuck up because I need y'all to show some massive love to DeBoss for the total of the $100 in the YouTube super chats down below in both of those live stream comment sections. DeBoss, it is so good to see you again, my friend. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Then, of course, professional dog trainer, thank you for the $50 as well. And Zach, thank you so much for the $50 too over on super chat, who says, broke my leg and I'm stuck in bed for who knows how long. Thank you for the distraction. Keep cooking the Magas. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that you broke your leg, man. And honestly, I don't know if listening to these two guys is going to do much good for you. They're kind of crazy. Thank you, Zach, for the $50. Thank you, Dog Trainer, for the $50. And thank you, DeVos, for the $100. You guys are seriously showing up and out today with so much love. I would also like to thank Brittany for the $15 over on PayPal, who says, OMG, I can't fathom any more crazy. They show up. The globe Earth is, get this, liberal propaganda. It's liberal propaganda, Brittany. Thank you for the $15. Diane, thank you so much for the $2 on PayPal. Sam, thank you for the $5, who says, I need whatever Henry's Jersey Mike's is selling, fully elevated. That's funny, Sam. Darius, thank you for the $7. Elizabeth, thank you for the $1. And oh my God, Carrie, thank you so much for the $100 donation on PayPal. Jesus Christ, Carrie. Carrie didn't even leave a message with her donation. She just dropped the fucking 100 big ones. Carrie, that is crazy. God, please show some love.
You're wasting your money. Please stop this nonsense, Carrie.
Bruh.
Henry, I think that you need to sit down, shut up, and show a little bit more respect to your elders.
Actually, Henry, can you say thank you to them?
I'm 22 years old.
Henry, can you say thank you to them for the donation?
Not until one of them send me some money. Carrie,
you better say thank you right now just because they sent
thank you if they help me out, but why am I going to say thank you if they're sending money to some communists? I don't care about that.
Bro, how is Dean a communist, bro? Can you define communism?
I'll let you guys keep doing your little thing. Keep going.
Wait, hold on. Define.
I'll continue talking to you.
Henry, define communism for us, buddy.
It's basically when the government just gives everything to everyone for free and they have basically complete tyrannical.
Dean didn't advocate for a complete tyrannical system where they give everything for free, but no, that's not what communism is. Communism is a stateless, classless, moneyless society. And just real quick, shut up, buddy. Evan, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo just to waste my money on some more liberal propaganda. Madeline, thank you for the $5 on PayPal dedicated to Henry. Appreciate you, Madeline and Evan. And by the way, guys, please show some love to Carrie down below.
You guys need to go to Cuba, bro.
Oh, and then Andrew, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Says thanks, Harry, for the laughs on the way home. Literally belly left in traffic. Appreciate you so much for the love. Show some love to Andrew down below in that chat for the $10.
Max Barnett sent me Max Barnett, thank you. He's sending me, gifting me some stuff too. Thank you, Max Barnett.
Yeah, you're a grifter, buddy. Be quiet. Reese, thank you for the $5. Angela, thank you for the 50 cents. Kendall with the $3. Carlos, thank you for the $5. Jenna with the $5. Beth with the $5. And M with the $2. Thank you guys so much for the love. I'd also like to thank Kylie. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Kylie, I'm not going to read your fucking message, but I guess thank you for the $5.
Oh my gosh, we're getting so much. Skeptics, thank you, Skeptics, for the money, Skeptics. Max Barnett again. Holy shit, Max Barnett, thank you.
Can you guys please stop crashing out so I could just thank the people who are donating? Like, I understand.
Why don't you go to Cuba?
I understand that you guys are like obviously
thank
very.
You for mine though too, Robin. Thank you so much for the soccer balls, Robin. Robin again for the soccer balls, Robin.
So you can see what combination does.
I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated, guys. I understand that you're both liberal communists without a real job, so you're jealous that I have a real job and I'm making money. But I would just
Edna Mode. Thank you, Edna Mode, for the roses, Edna Mode.
Edna Mode. That's actually Edna Mode, gifting a flat earth or some roses.
That's crazy.
Caleb Snyder, thank you so much for money, Caleb Snyder.
Yo!
Spider emoji, thank you, Spider emoji.
All right, shut up, buddy. Eric, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. Shut up, buddy. Eric with the $50 says make America flat again. 2 time zones only, top and bottom. Let's go, Eric. Thank you for the $50, bro. I want to see 500 big Eric W's down below in the comment section. That is ERIK. Show some love to Eric. Amber with the $10 who says, can we crowd fund them to buy a dictionary? Yes, we're going to start a crowd fund to buy them both a dictionary. If you'd like to support it, you can find the Venmo and the PayPal on the link tree in the bio. Thank you for the $10, Amber. Thomas, I'd also like to thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. Thank you for the love, Thomas. And Tess, thank you for the $15 who says thank you. So much for having these two guys on. I haven't laughed this hard in days. I haven't been like this fucking like overstimulated and depressed with the state of our country in days. These two fools agreed that the earth is flat and the sun goes around it in a circle. Oh my God. But thank you for the $15. Jacob, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal. He says to rage bait the Maga crash outs. Thank you so much for the love, Jacob. And then Georgia, thank you for the $1. Over on Super Chat, Martin, thank you so much for the $20 on Super Chat, Martin. I want to see 200 Martin W's down below that. Thank you so much for the love, Martin. And then Cassandra, thank you for the 14 Canadian dollars. Who says lots of love from your commie friends here at the Flat Mars Society. Yes, dude, W Communism, W Flat Mars Society, and W Cassandra for the $14.
In about 5 minutes, I'm going to be chopping some more wood. If I can show you on camera, I'll show you how I chop wood.
None of us care. You're not a real man, buddy. Go chop even more wood, bro. Chop some wood, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to do that in 5 minutes. I'll prop my phone up and I'll turn my camera on for you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You better be chopping wood right now. If you're not chopping wood, if you're not chopping wood for the rest of the whole day, Henry, you're not a real man. You better be chopping wood all day.
I chop wood all day. Aiden, thank you for the money, Aiden, for the rose, Aiden.
Hey, can you shut up?
Dude, I'm just trying to gift my supporter. Thank you for my supporters. You said I got to say
thank you guys. Thank you for the love.
You guys kind of sound like some grifters.
They've been telling us that we got to start saying thank you, and I'm saying thank you.
Wow, yeah, that's them. That's how they operate.
Nicholas.
Okay.
Aiden again with the boxing emoji. Thank you, Aiden.
Hey, can I just ask you guys?
Again.
Can I just ask you guys to calm down? You're acting
we
quite
calm down. We let you do all the thinking, and we were thinking ourselves.
I don't know. It really sounds like you guys are some liberal communists up to
Echo, thank you for the boxing. Antonio, thank you, Antonio.
I was invited.
Look at these liberal grifters. These guys are so communist grifters.
Can I actually ask you both a question?
Parker, why don't you go to Cuba so you can see what communism does to a country?
Hey, guys.
I'm not a communist.
Guys, hello. Monio
I'm
and Henry.
down. Ask me a question. Liam, thank you for the rose, Liam.
Shut up. Monio and Henry. Hello, you guys.
Patrimonio. Let me say one time. So I mean, I don't care how you call me, but for your own benefit, it's patrimonio.
Patrimonio.
Thank you.
Of course, Patrimonio and Henry. I want to ask you both a question. Now, all that this will require is a yes or no response, and then I'll make an argument predicated on your response. Do you guys think that Donald Trump is a threat to the American Constitution?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for the rose, Nicholas.
So you both say no. So explain to me why you don't think Trump is a threat to the American Constitution.
He hasn't violated the Constitution.
Oh my God. Even though he has violated the Constitution, such as he did his very first day in office, January 20th, when he signed an executive order titled number 14160 into law that violated the first section of the 14th Amendment when he attempted to illegally take birthright citizenship away from the children born to undocumented immigrants on American soil, even though they've been constitutionally guaranteed that right since 1868. There's other examples of him purporting a threat to the Constitution, such as when he said it's now illegal to criticize him in the media. That's attack on the First Amendment, such as when he called the institutions themselves of CNN and MSNBC illegal. That's an attack on their First Amendment right to freedom of the press. He even attacked the Second Amendment when he directed his DOJ to try to find a way to ban any and all gun ownership for any law-abiding trans-American citizen. That's a massive attack on the Second Amendment. Even the far-right NRA publicly spoke out against the Trump administration for that suggestion, or his continued suggestion that he's going to try to run for a third term. That's an attack on the 22nd Amendment. He also has attacked the 10th Amendment by illegally deploying the National Guards in places such as Portland, Oregon, leading to multiple federal judges striking him down, saying that he can't deploy the National Guard there. So considering the fact that in the last 11 months, he's launched an attack on the 1st, 2nd, 10th, 14th, and 22nd Amendment, how could you possibly sit here and argue that he is not a threat to the Constitution?
Okay, yeah, no, hey, I'm going to give you credit. You're right about a couple points, and I'll start talking about that. But real quick, for everyone who has been gifting me, I'm so sorry. I want to thank every single one of you. But
shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Patrimonio.
Yeah, I agree on I think I want to make the same point that Henry is making. Some of those are actually okay with me if we like go step by step, right? Like deploying federal agents, right, in the cities to contain Antifa to actually burn the shit out of those towns, I think that's something that I applaud him for. I mean, maybe you don't like it that those cities, the Antifa didn't end up burning California and
what? I live in California. Antifa did not burn California. Wait, are you Antifa? I have a question. Are you Antifa?
You need to get Antifa out.
No, Antifa is from the left, from the radical lunatics.
Yeah. But can you tell me, are you Antifa?
I am not. Antifa. I am not Antifa. If the question is that I don't like fascists, yes, I don't like fascists. But I don't.
So then you're Antifa. You agree with us?
I don't have nothing to do with Antifa. Nothing at all.
Wait. Antifa is not an organization. It's an ideological belief that you're against fascism.
That's what you guys want to say. But then when I look at night, I see a bunch of Antifa little guys running around dressed in black with their face covered with a bunch of fucking skateboards hitting old people in the heads.
What? I'm sorry. There's not a... What are you saying? That's not Antifa. There's no Antifa organization. Antifa, again, just means against fascism. When you're saying there's this group of people that specifically are doing this as coordinated, that is antithetical to what Antifa is, because Antifa is not a
Antifa,
listen.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
It's documented, bro.
They say that they're anti-fascist does not mean that their organization is called Antifa.
Antifa, whatever is a little group that goes around, they dress in black.
Wait, you ideologically, hold up, stop. You ideologically speaking are Antifa, okay?
Okay, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Wait. So let me clarify. You're talking about other people in which hold the same ideology as you. They are committing particular crimes, calling themselves Antifa. That's what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is that there's a group that is being financed by bureaucrats and people in power to come around the United States and make a bunch of protests and burn shit down.
Wait, who is they? Who's funding them?
I don't know. Joe Soros is one of them.
George Soros. Yeah. George Soros is not funding Antifa groups to commit violence. That's not true.
Oh no.
Hey, Henry, do you agree with him? Oh, Henry's still on mute. I muted him a while ago.
I agree with about almost everything he said up there, yep.
So you both, okay. So you guys think that Antifa are the people running around our country, burning buildings, smearing their shit on the walls.
I told you I live in Oregon. I don't live far from Portland. You should see the shit that happens
buddy,
in Portland. It's practically a war zone there.
Practically a war zone, yeah. The dancing frogs, practically Al-Qaeda terrorists, right?
Yeah, those dancing frogs are stupid as shit. I saw them in person.
Right.
I don't know anything.
Right. But anyways.
Let me ask you a question.
No, I was in the middle of making a point. Muted. But anyways, to get back to what I was saying here. So you think that Antifa are the Americans running around, burning buildings, smearing their shit on the walls, trying to kill people too, lighting them on fire? Well, that's exactly what the J6 rioters did. Okay, there's 173 of them convicted of deadly assault on police officers on the steps of our Capitol. They walked inside, they smeared their own shit on the walls. They brought the traitorous flags through our Capitol, like the flag of the Confederacy, which by the way, Fortnite has now lasted longer than the Confederacy did. Or were they Antifa? Because they were certainly, disgracing our history. They were certainly purporting a threat to the general public and to our American government. They were certainly, literally smearing their shit on the walls inside of the Capitol. So just to clarify, the J6 rioters were Antifa, the ones that Donald Trump gave a blanket pardon to and called patriots. So in other words, Donald Trump thinks that these Antifa traitors that are trying to burn our country to the ground are patriots.
You want to talk January 6th?
I mean, I just want to clarify that you think that they were traitors, right?
January 6th. You want to talk January 6th,
you
buddy.
You don't think that they were traitors?
You really don't want to talk January 6th.
Oh, my God. Okay, quiet, Piggy. I got a couple people to thank here. Thank you, Trista, for the $10 over on PayPal. He says, please mute them. I have mandatory OT right now, so I figured I'd send a thank you to you for putting ignorant people in their place. I'm actually kind of struggling to put these two ignorant men in their place because they're just so stupid it makes it hard to do it. But appreciate you for the $10, Trista. Penny, thank you for the $5 2 cents. What about planes that go from one end of the map of the Earth to the other of the Earth?
You're actually learning a lot.
They go under the bottom of the Earth, obviously. And then Miriam. Oh my God. God, Miriam. Thank you for the $100 on PayPal. And Kathy with a 50. Jesus Christ, you two. Miriam with $100 on PayPal. What?
Thank you, everybody.
Oh, can you shut up while I'm thanking my donors? I just got like $150, dude. Let me thank them. Seriously. Miriam with $100.
No, I'm just saying thank you.
Okay, can you say thank you after I'm done saying thank you? Can we hold some decorum here, you guys? Come on, you're both older than me. Fucking active. Miriam with $100. Once again, let's get 1,000 Miriam W's down below. Says Adine, it's Miriam. Please buy Parker a drink after dealing with Henry. He slid off of his chair laughing. What else does Miriam have to say? Let me go and load up the rest of her message. I'm still laughing my ass off. You both make us proud as young men, giving people the chance.
Thank
to
you,
see
guys.
the light. Or the sun. Love you both. I love you too, Miriam. Thank you so much for the $100. That is seriously so insanely kind of you. Let's get 1,000 Miriam W's. Let's also get 500 Kathy W's, who just says, please get rid of these two. Yo, Kathy don't fuck with you guys. And guess what? I fuck with Kathy. I might have to end up removing y'all because Kathy doesn't fuck with you. Thank you for the $50, Kathy. Let's get 500 Kathy W's. Then, of course, we also got Damaris. Thank you for the $5, who says, thank you for dealing with the morons for all of us. I'm trying my best here. Kay, thank you for the $5. Penny, thank you for the $5. And John, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. He says, so much stupid. The earth is round and Jersey Mike sucks. I agree with everything that you just said. Thank you for the $10. And Alice, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo as well. And Alice, I just read your message. Thank you so much for your kind words. And then Siege, thank you for the $10, who says, please tell these two.
Jersey Mike does not suck. Your opinions suck.
Jersey Mike sucks just as much as your opinions, but of course it's a little bit of a controversial statement. My girlfriend loves them. But she wouldn't love your opinion, so maybe I'm wrong.
Alrighty, so I have a question. Can either of you name a single Donald Trump economic policy that benefit the middle class more than it's benefit rich people?
No tax on...
Big, beautiful bill.
The big, beautiful bill definitely does not help the middle class more than it helps rich people.
No tax on tips.
The no tax on tips is within the big, beautiful bill. And Kamala Harris advocated for the same thing. She also wanted to keep all the tax cuts for income earners under $400,000 a year.
I mentioned it.
Yeah, Kamala Harris is trying to keep all the tax cuts for income earners under $400,000 a year. So anything you point to in that bill, Kamala Harris would have kept, alongside the fact that most of that bill did not go to the working class or people in need. It went to rich Americans. Did you know that?
Kamala, I don't know, man. However you want to put it, Kamala, nobody really liked her. She got a lot of help and she was pushed, and you know this. Nobody wanted Kamala. She was never
75 million votes is not nobody wanted her.
Then also, can you please respond to precisely what Parker's claim was? Parker particularly said that Donald Trump's big beautiful bill is really harmful to the working class and to the middle class. And by the way, he's right. According to the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities, it reduces the purchasing power of over 54% of Americans, 156 million of us. A little bit more than that actually. Not to mention, right, that it also kicks 10 million low-income Americans off of healthcare when we already have 40 through 60,000 low-income Americans die because of lack of access to healthcare per year. And it's defunding food stamps by $156 billion over the course of the next 10 years. That's projected by the CBO, ran by Republicans, by the way, to kick 3 million people off of their services. Okay, and you're
on average every month.
And you're going to sit here and tell me that that is a good bill for the American people? You're crazy.
Alongside 420,000 children cut off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every month as well. So you're okay with cutting children's food access to benefit rich people?
Oh, you two are real quiet now.
What are you talking about? He's cutting what?
Yeah, the big beautiful bill, again, cuts 420,000 children off of free school lunch and breakfast on average every month. 2.5 million people on average every month off their access to food stamps. How? By cutting funding for food stamps and health insurance.
Listen, listen to this. Do you have any neighbor? Do you go to school? Do you go to work? Nobody has ever told me in this city, oh, my son was cut out of this and that. That doesn't happen to my kids.
It doesn't mean anything. Just because you haven't heard this happen doesn't mean that's not the case. We're getting this from the
Congressional. No, it's not happening. It's what I'm saying.
Listen, we're getting.
That's not happening.
No, it is. We're getting this from the.
It's not. No, it's not.
Please listen. We're getting this from the congressional. We're getting this from the.
Name one person.
We are getting this from the Congressional Budget Office, a bipartisan committee from the federal government. This is an estimate. By the way, a lot of these cuts, I'm not reading a talking point. Listen. Again,
show
oh my
me
Jesus
a kid
Christ.
that has no
I'm going to go crazy. I'm not going to give you the name of someone in order for you to acknowledge that there's 420,000 children.
So mention a group.
Please,
mention a site
I just
where
did. I mentioned the congressional budget office. Oh my God, dude. I mentioned the congressional budget.
Don't you think there would be like a bunch of YouTube videos with a bunch of mothers up there saying, "Oh, he just took this benefit from me"?
Okay.
So again,
I think we're at a point where like productive dialogue is incompatible with these two guests. So at like this point in the conversation, there's usually like maybe like 1, 2, or 3 points that I like to run, right? That are like just truly indefensible. So they like really demonstrate the absurdity of the nature of the minds of people like this. So, Henry, I appreciate you for being here. I want to have a little bit further of a conversation with you, but this question is just specifically going to be directed towards the top guests. And I'd appreciate it if you could like just simply engage with short answers to the questions I am going to ask you. So the first question would be, would you still support Donald Trump as president if you knew with certainty that he had sexually exploited naked women and or naked girls?
And I'm going to get off right now. It was good seeing you, Dean. Appreciate you letting me out, man.
Yeah, you take care.
Hey, good see you, Parker. Stay real, bro.
So, Patrimonto, could you please respond to the question that I asked you?
Listen, I don't support anybody that abuses kids.
Okay, so the answer to my question is no?
If he's found that he has abused...
Let me like clarify the question one last time. If Donald Trump, right, if it was proved clearly, certainly to you, that he had sexually exploited naked women and or naked little girls, would you still support him as president? Your first possible answer would be yes. Your second possible answer would be no.
Okay, so if he has abused any minors,
dude,
in any way,
I just, oh my God! My question isn't just about minors.
I would not support him.
My question,
I would not support him.
My question isn't just about minors.
If he abused any kids.
My question is not just about minors. If he was proven beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt to have sexually exploited naked women and or naked little girls, would you still support him as president?
No, of course not.
Thank you. Thank you for answering my question. Gold star. Next question. Can we agree that the definition of sexual exploitation would include the abuse of one's position of power over the position of vulnerability of one else in the furtherance of unconsensual sexual conduct?
You're talking about kind of like Bill Clinton type of thing?
Well, we could talk about Bill Clinton. Yes. Next, once again, this is a yes or no question. So can we agree that the definition of sexual exploitation would include the abuse of one's position of power over the position of vulnerability of one else in the furtherance of unconsensual sexual conduct?
Position of power. Describe position of power, like power in the government, like I'm your boss, or because power is simply a person, a rich person that probably will get in the Porsche and go around and pick up girls. I don't consider that an abuse.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that sexual exploitation is a position of power. I'm saying that sexual exploitation can include abusing your position of power over the position of vulnerability of somebody else.
And I'm asking you to specify position of power.
Okay, I could give you an example.
I'm asking you to specify position of power.
I told you I would give you an example. Can you shut up now so I could give it to you? Thank you. Okay, so like an example of abusing your position of power over the position of vulnerability of somebody else in the furtherance of unconsensual sexual conduct would be like, for instance, like the hypothetical owner of a...
Like Bill Clinton, the example I gave you, Bill Clinton.
Brother, an example would be like a hypothetical owner of a beauty pageant, okay, abusing their position of power because they're the owner of this pageant by allowing themselves to unconsensually... Dude, holy shit. Why can't you shut up?
Bro, why can't we just talk?
Okay, hypothetical example of sexual exploitation might be, right, like the owner of a beauty pageant abusing their position of power as the owner to allow themselves to unconsensually barge into like a private women's only space, a women's only dressing room, to then take advantage of the position of vulnerability that the women and girls changing in that space are in to unconsensually look at them while they're naked. Can we agree that this like scenario would be sexual exploitation?
I see where you're going.
Answer my question. Can you agree that the scenario would be sexual exploitation?
Okay, let me ask you. Let me answer.
You're not okay.
Can I
Answer. Yes, answer.
Okay, I'm gonna answer. If the person is there with any malice, right? Like let's say a guy sneaks in, you know, and it doesn't like nobody sees him, and he's out there just looking at the girls changing. Yeah, that's an abuse.
Okay, so I would argue that engaging in unconsensual sexual conduct is always like with malice. Can you agree?
Engaging on?
Like engaging in unconsensual sexual conduct, forcing yourself on somebody else, unconsensually looking at them while they're naked. That is always malice, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so like if the owner of a beauty pageant walked backstage into a private women's only space where they were naked and changing to look at them while they're naked, keep in mind there's no men around, that would be like unconsensual sexual conduct, right? Because he's unconsensually looking at them while they're naked, a peeping Tom.
If, like I said, if you're just trying to sneak into anything related to woman, is bad.
Okay, can we agree that that's sexual exploitation?
I don't know if that's gonna hold in court though. Like that's like you wanna.
Dude, we're not even talking. We're just trying to see if we could agree on terms. Okay, unconsensually looking at somebody while they're naked is sexual exploitation, correct?
You are using words.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Charges
oh my god! Oh my god! Just stop! Can we agree that unconsensually looking at somebody while they're naked is sexual exploitation, especially when you're abusing your position of power to be able to look at them unconsensually while they're naked because you own the building where they're naked, and then you're abusing their position of vulnerability because they're vulnerable enough to get naked in a woman's only space. That's sexual exploitation, correct?
I already answered that, bro.
Yeah, what was your answer? Was it a yes or no?
I said that if the guy does it with any malice and trying to be sneaky, yes, it is bad.
Okay, I'm not asking you if it's bad. I'm asking you if it's sexual exploitation.
Yeah, but if sexual exploitation, it's a big charge for peeping Tom. That's different.
Can you just answer my question? Is it or is it not sexual exploitation to abuse your position of power to allow yourself to unconsensually barge into a private woman's only space?
He's not sexually exploiting. He is looking. It's different. Okay. They both bad, but it's not the same. It's what I'm trying to say.
How do you define sexual exploitation?
Somebody that forces on somebody else.
Okay, like forces somebody else into engaging in an unconsensual sexual conduct?
Correct.
Okay, and like what is sexual conduct? Like anything that like could possibly promote, right, like or could like would generally promote, right, like sexual gratification, correct?
Sexual conduct, I think, is when you engage in sexual conduct. It's like 1-on-1, 2-and-2, 3-and-3.
Okay,
I don't know.
No, we're trying to define sexual conduct. So sexual conduct, right, would be something that generally promotes sexual, either does promote sexual gratification or would generally promote sexual gratification. Correct?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, so like, can we agree that like maybe when you're looking, like consensually looking at your wife when she's naked, if you have one, that gives you sexual gratification?
Of course.
Okay, so then like looking at like a woman while they're naked, because that generally promotes sexual gratification, that's considered in like most scenarios as sexual conduct, correct?
I mean, you can put it that way.
Okay, so therefore, because you said, right, that like sexual exploitation is defined as forcing somebody to engage in unconsensual sexual conduct, and sexual conduct can include looking at the naked body of a woman, right? If you're unconsensually looking at the naked body of a woman, then you're engaging in unconsensual sexual conduct, therefore you're engaging in sexual exploitation.
Again, for example,
right?
If you are a model, if in the case, like if you are a model, if you are an actress in Hollywood, this and that, like those people there, they look at each other, the director look at the actress, and you know, when it comes to that, to that word, it's a little bit different than, for example, me going to my neighbors and start looking at her through the window.
So the
difference, it's different.
The difference would be like one is with consent and the other is without consent, right? So like when you're doing it without consent, it's sexual exploitation. True?
No, the difference is, let's say I'm directing a movie and I have to be, and I'm not allowed to be in that room where people are changing, just girls and guys. it's a different story than me putting myself in my neighbor's house. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not even following what you're saying because you're so fucking dumb.
Yeah, because you just want to take me to the whole situation with Trump in the
because listen, I asked you to define sexual exploitation.
But why don't you say what you really want to say?
Shut up! Oh my God, you man toddler! Just be quiet. I asked you to define sexual exploitation. You define sexual exploitation as forcing someone into engaging in unconsensual sexual conduct. We then defined what sexual conduct is, right, as an action that either does promote sexual gratification or generally promotes sexual gratification, and you accepted that definition. So in other words, right, you think that sexual exploitation is forcing somebody to engage in unconsensual sexual conduct, which would be an action that either does promote sexual gratification or generally promotes sexual gratification. We then went over how in a lot of contexts, looking at the naked body of a woman, right, would generally promote sexual gratification, right? Therefore, if you unconsensually look at the naked body of a woman, per your definition, that is sexual exploitation. Is there any like facet of my explanation how your definition of sexual exploitation would include unconsensually looking at the body of a naked woman?
Hey, Henry.
Bro,
you just went through that whole exercise again. Just tell me, what do you want to say? You want to abuse Trump or something?
Oh my God.
Make all this exercise because I'm smarter than you and you're not going to take me there.
Oh my God.
Because there's a difference. That's why you guys are always wrong.
Sir.
Because you run with these little stories and then you want to make everybody believe it.
Sir,
why don't you say what you want to say? What are we talking about?
Sir,
accuse him of something. Say, hey, he was actually spying on girls, is what you want to say?
Sir, do you agree or do you disagree with my explanation?
Is that what you're trying to say? Why don't you go to the point?
Do you agree? Do you agree or do you disagree with my explanation of how your definition of sexual exploitation would include unconsensually looking at the naked body of a woman, since we can generally consider that to be sexual conduct?
If you are not authorized and you just peeping through a window, yes.
Perfect.
Okay. If I'm looking at my wife, like you're saying, no.
Because
if I'm working in a movie in Hollywood and everybody's in the same room, no.
Because a difference here would be consent, you idiot. But now that we understand that unconsensually looking at the naked body of women is sexual exploitation, and you said that you would not continue to support Trump as president if he had sexually exploited naked women and or naked girls, here's an audio clip of Donald Trump admitting to sexually exploiting naked women and or naked girls by saying that he likes to barge into their dressing rooms and unconsensually look at them while they have no clothes on, making them naked in their private women's only spaces, to Howard Stern on his radio show on April 11th of 2005.
We say hello with the vagina. And
well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. Right, I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
Okay, so because you said that you would no longer support Trump as president if he had sexually exploited naked women and or naked girls, and then we agreed that unconsensually looking at the naked body of a woman is sexual exploitation, and we just heard Donald Trump boast about unconsensually looking at the naked bodies of either women and or naked little girls, right? It is the case that in accordance with your own word, from this point forward, you should no longer support Trump as president.
You see, I was trying to save you time. I told you, go there, but you just want to make the whole story before, so people will believe that, and it's like I tell you, he was a private citizen. He was in charge of that. That was his production, and it's just like when you make a movie. When you make a movie, you authorize to go and everywhere in the place. So, try to find him guilty of that and see if that's going to hold in court. It's like what I was trying to tell you.
Okay, so 6 months ago, I filmed for a movie. I filmed for a documentary. Now, when I was like on set filming for that documentary, it was in a building. I'm going to be kind of vague with like these specifics because the documentary hasn't come out yet. I'm really excited for it to come out though. I was like inside of a building, and that building had a bathroom. So my question to you is, right, if, right, the director of that movie were to follow me into the bathroom and peep under my stall to look at me while I have no clothes on, would that have been sexual exploitation?
That is wrong. That is wrong.
Is that sexual
wrong.
exploitation?
And at the same time, if he would have done it to
is that
a
sexual
specific
exploitation, please?
girl, and she would have said that she felt uncomfortable, right?
Is
if there would have been
sexual exploitation, can you answer my question? Dude, answer
accusing
my question. I'm up to my wits
crash
end.
out, bro.
I'm up to my
Don't
wits.
crash out,
Honestly,
bro.
I think a crash out right now would be incredibly justified.
Why are you crashing out,
Because
bro?
I'm up to my wits in with you. I'm up to my wits
never had a
fucking
conversation like this
in.
before.
You're right. I rarely have conversations like this where the person I'm talking to,
That's why
right, has the maturity and ability to engage in dialogue less than that of a 5-year-old. Okay? Now, I asked you a clear question, and I want you to answer it. You said that you don't think what Donald Trump did in that clip, what he admitted to, was wrong, since he owned the pageant. First point, he owned the pageant. He did not own the bodies of the pageant contestants. Second point, I made an analogy out of what you are arguing. You're saying if, like, you're directing a movie, then you have the ability to look at the naked bodies of your actors whenever you want to. Right? And you said it would never be unconsensual. You said it'd never be wrong and never be sexual exploitation. So then I gave you a real life thing that I did about 6 months ago. I was in a movie. I was in a documentary, to be more specific, that will air as a movie. Hopefully sometime next year. It's going to be great. I wish I could share the specifics with you guys, but I can't. So my question to you is, if the director of this documentary that I filmed for while on set unconsensually followed me into the bathroom and unconsensually peeped their head over the top of my stall and looked at me while I was using the restroom while I was naked, would that have been sexual exploitation since they're unconsensually looking at my naked body? Or would that not have been sexual exploitation since you're arguing a director of a movie can look at their actors whenever they want, regardless of how many clothes they have on and regardless of if the actor consents or not?
To my mouth. What I said is, when you are in charge of a production, you are able to go everywhere,
So
and
then answer my
especially
question,
if
please.
you are the one paid and it's your production.
Then
okay,
answer
so
my
you
question.
are
Answer my
authorized
question.
to be. I already answered it.
No, you didn't. If the director of this movie, if the director of this movie, of this production that I filmed on, unconsensually followed me into the bathroom, why? They were the director of the production.
Listen.
How is it
it's
different?
a bathroom.
How is it different?
It's a bathroom, and you are being singled
so if it's
out.
a private space?
It's not the same.
Oh, so if it's a private space. So what about if it's a dressing room? Because in that clip, Donald Trump said he'd go into the private women's only dressing room.
Are you going to listen at any point?
Are you going to listen at any point? Are you going to listen at any point?
Let me paint it to you again.
No, you know what? I'm going to save my brain cells. I'm going to kick you from the live. I'm going to calm down, and we're going to move on to the next guest for my own sanity. I don't have anything more in me to deal with your stupidity. Let's go and get that next guest loaded up into the box right now. Only hop inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump as president. Make sure that you're American. Make sure that you're at least 18. And make sure that you are inside of that queue, if and only if you are a Trump supporter. Oh, my God. Wait.
Oh my God, this was a mistake. I'm so sorry.
No,
I love you, Dean.
You have a great rest of your day, Naughty. We're going to move on to the next guest. Have you guys ever seen the show Good Place, The Good Place before? All right. And then, it inevitably reduces down to how, like, they're forced to be in the bad place, right? And then all along they're in the bad place. I feel like when I'm having conversations like I was with that last guest, I'm just, like, literally in the bad place. Okay. We're going to go and get that next guest up here. This is somebody that was also on Parker's Live a little bit earlier today. I had a long conversation with Parker. I was up there for a little bit about economics, immigration policy, so on and so forth. Hello, welcome back, anti-liberal. is your name. I actually just want to see if you want to respond to the same question I was trying to ask that last guest. I think that they were just incapable to like legitimately engage in any sort of productive dialogue. So I want to get your response. Do you still support Trump as president after learning that he has boasted about sexually exploiting naked women and or naked girls backstage in private women's only spaces where there's no men around by unconsensually barging in on them while they're naked?
You know, I would say that if there was a sexual act done, then sure. Like, say he walked in there and started quote unquote masturbating or sexualizing the women, then sure. If there was just a standard of checking operations, making sure there wasn't maybe illicit substance use or other cases that we may not know about, then I would say maybe not. But overall, without an entire detail of what happened, I can't really give you a 100% accurate answer to that, especially not by the terms that you want. But what I would say is, if he went in there and you can prove to me that he did commit a sexual act.
Yeah, I can prove to you that he committed a sexual act.
Okay, well, what would be the sexual act?
Yeah, for sure. Looking at them while they were naked.
Are you committing a sexual act when you watch a movie and someone's naked?
If I'm like experiencing sexual gratification because of it, or if I watch the movie to see them naked for some type of arousal, yeah.
Okay, so then how can we break that do you think
that watching pornography is a sexual act?
It can be, sure.
Exactly.
But it could also not be. It could be a director. It could be somebody that's reviewing the film. It could be an editor. I mean, it could be somebody that just has a passion for pornography.
Right.
I mean, there's so many.
And I think that sexual exploitation would include, right, like the furtherance of unconsensual sexual conduct, either for the purpose of sexual gratification or just the purpose of, how do I want to word this? For the purpose of sexual gratification or for the purpose of a furtherance of your own power and exertion of control. But like particularly the reason why I think exploitation hinges on the fact that it was not consensual.
Okay, so are they on record telling him in the moment, like, hey, get out of here, I don't want you to see me naked? Like, how is there no consent?
Is that
he was
on
obviously
record?
allowed into the room.
You're asking me how I know that there's no consent? I can tell you because it was a private women's only space. And inside of like private women's only spaces, like restrooms, bathrooms, same thing with like private men's only spaces. Like
bro, you allow men in there all the time. You advocate for.
Oh, so is this where we pivot to trans people because you think trans women are men?
I mean, I'm not pivoting. I'm just saying, like, you can't use that as a rebuttal whenever you advocate in the opposite in opposition all the time.
Well, here's actually the big issue. So a lot of conservatives like to like bring up the point that like they think I'm okay with something that is similar to this because of trans women going into women's bathrooms, so on and so forth. Point number one, I mean, this tells me that you've already lost the debate because you want to stop talking about Trump and start talking about 1% of our population. And point number two, it's actually a really bad point for you to make considering the fact that you're actively defending Donald Trump walking into these spaces without the consent of the other individuals inside of these spaces. Therefore, in accordance with your logic, because you made a comparison to trans women using the women's restroom, you'd actually have to be okay with trans women using the women's restroom. I think you're okay with Trump doing it to these restrooms. Allow me to finish speaking without your interruption. But now that we've just like very like quickly dealt with the quick pivot at trans individuals, I am going to go ahead and continue to like respond right to your comments surrounding Donald Trump's engagement in these spaces. So you said if I could prove that there's like sexual conduct that took place, right, that this would be wrong, this would be sexual exploitation, so that's something that I did, right? Because Donald Trump just merely looking at the naked bodies of the women and the girls in this space is something I would classify as sexual conduct, since it either is something that promotes sexual gratification or generally promotes sexual gratification. Not to mention that I think that sexual exploitation can be done in the furtherance of sexual gratification or in the furtherance of an exertion of power and control. And I would say that those would be the only two options insofar as why Trump did this.
Okay, so then you're saying that
he experienced gratification, or it's just because he experienced a raw exertion of his own power and control. But then your question there that I haven't answered yet, that I want to answer now, right, as you said, Dean, how can you prove that it was unconsensual, is because inside of private women's only spaces and private men's only spaces, there exists an implicit social contract. That implicit social contract would be that only individuals pertaining to this given gender are allowed inside of the space. So because the implicit social contract exists, it's something that we all understand. If you want to argue that you don't understand this, and you're telling me that you think it's okay for you to go into the women's restroom at Walmart, which is obviously bad faith of you, so please don't make that suggestion, because it's something that we all understand. It is the existence of that implicit social contract, right, that told Trump that he's not allowed inside of this space.
Okay, so again, though, like you're again advocating in the opposition of what you would advocate for in the rights allegedly of those individuals that we spoke of earlier that are biological men walking into a female space. So by your own arguments, you just mute your own point, and then to say like that you can prove that it's sexual misconduct or sexual oriented conduct, I would say that that's completely invalid. There's no possible way that you can prove 100% that he had any type of sexual misconduct. And then if you're saying that looking at somebody naked is a sexual act in itself, then again, like we could go back to any movie that you've ever seen. How many times have you been sitting in a movie theater and saw a nude scene and like just thought to yourself like, damn, I really want to go rub one out right now because I just watched this scene where this woman was naked. Like that doesn't make sense. Now, if there was an actual sexual act that was committed, such as maybe pausing, stopping, staring, photographing, comments made, up and downing, right? Like there's so many things that you could bring up that would actually prove your point, and that's what I want to hear. Is like I want to hear what the actual sexual act was. Like just mere looking at somebody when they're naked is by no means a sexual act. In fact, jailers have to do it all the time when they allow somebody in and out of a jail. They have to strip search them. So you're saying that them jailers are committing sexual acts on the inmates?
Thank you so much for your counter rebuttals. The first point, you brought up trans individuals once again. I'll go and repeat what I said last time. In accordance with your logic, if you want to make a comparison between what Donald Trump did and what you think trans women do when they enter into women's only spaces, well then because you're okay with Trump doing it, you'd have to be okay via your own logic with trans women doing it. So I'd say that point fails for you. We could happily have a conversation after this one about trans individuals using the women's restroom. Like I say, I'm fine with it. I could give you my reasons why, but we will have that conversation after we're done having this conversation surrounding Trump. That was the second time you tried to make that pivot, and that's the second time me re-explaining my response to it. Now, in response to your second point, arguing, right, that, well, jailers do it when they strip search individuals in jail. Well, I said looking at an individual that is naked is generally considered a sexual action, okay? It's not a sexual action when you go get your annual physical and your doctor has to pull your pants down to ensure that you don't have, like, ball cancer, okay? It's not a sexual act when an individual working inside of a jail, right, has to strip search you in order to, make sure that you don't have anything, right, inside of your cavity. And the reason why we don't consider these actions to be sexual by nature is because they're in furtherance of a reasonable goal, okay? Right? So when you go to the doctor and they pull down your pants to ensure that you don't have ball cancer, that is in furtherance of a reasonable goal that is for a medical health professional to ensure, right, that you don't have, ball cancer. Not to mention that that action's also consensual in relation to going to jail, right? You got to be strip searched and all of the Though consent is not always present from the individuals being strip searched, it is also in furtherance of the reasonable goal, which would be the health and safety of the individuals inside of the jail, not to mention when you go to jail, you lose certain liberties, like the freedom to movement, so on and so forth. I don't think that you lose the freedom to consent to these actions. However, the overriding concern when going to jail would be the health and the safety of the individuals inside of the prison due to what you might be holding inside of your cavities, okay? Now, to respond to your point about your argument here that, well, looking at somebody naked unconsensually, right, we can't just write that off as sexual exploitation. Well, I want to ask you a question. So do you think that it would be possible, say that you're a father of a 5-year-old girl, for you to allow a 65-year-old man to look at the naked body of your 5-year-old girl, just some random guy off the streets? Would you say it's possible that that's not always sexual exploitation?
Sure. What happens if that person is changing the diaper? What happens if you have grandparents or family members or friends that are babysitting your kids? Your 5-year-old accidentally shits their pants. Now that person has to put them in a bathtub. It's not always sexual exploitation. Now, to give praise to your argument,
well, just to ensure, no, because what you're doing here, right, is you're specifically changing the question I asked you. I asked you about some random 65-year-old dude off the streets looking at the naked body of your 5-year-old daughter, right? Not like a family member babysitting and changing their diaper. And then once again, as it would relate to changing the diaper of a newborn, the reason why that's not sexual exploitation is once again because it's in the furtherance of a reasonable goal.
Okay, now what if you're blind and you're walking on the street with your 5-year-old and your 5-year-old shits itself and then some random person, right, is like, hey man, listen, I'm a daycare worker or whatever the case is. I work
so what if you change my hypothetical again?
Can
you just answer
and then
the
they
question
help
I
you
asked
change
you?
your child, and there's no sexual act done. They just simply perform a duty as if it was in their moral character.
5-year-olds don't typically wear diapers, and I said to look at, not to change a diaper.
They shit their pants. They don't have to have a diaper on.
Okay, and I said to look at, not to change a diaper.
Well, they would have to look at them, correct?
Wait, are you saying that what Donald Trump was doing there by unconsensually barging into the dressing rooms of these women and girls to look at them while they had no clothes on is synonymous to a parent changing the diaper of their child?
I'm saying that you can't specifically say what his intentions were, nor that it was a sexual or devious act, because simply looking at somebody naked is not always a sexual activity.
Let's listen to what he said.
Say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else, and no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shit on you super duper quickly. First and foremost, one moment. I'm gonna shit on you super duper quickly. So I'm talking, you're listening. So I'm gonna shit on you super duper quickly. So first and foremost, your mental gymnastics, right, aren't just like embarrassing, but they're they're truly disgusting. Okay, I cannot believe, right, that in the year 2025 we have grown ass men playing sophistry and jumping through these metaphorical hoops to try to justify an older man unconsensually looking at the naked body of naked women and naked children. I think that is so gross. I think that is so disgusting. And I think, right, the rhetoric that you're espousing right now is exactly why for generations, so many women and so many girls have been victimized by shitty men, kind of like yourself, okay? People like you are the reason why I could go talk to like a bunch of different random on the street, a bunch of women and girls in my life that I love very closely, and every single one of them has a story. Okay? Men like you are the reason, because men like you don't care, men like you think it could be justified, and men like you are willing to jump through these mental hoops to try to set aside the violence perpetuated, right, by the engagement in unconsensual sexual conduct. And men like you are the reason why only 5% of rapists are in jail. So let's get down to the brass tacks and let's evaluate specifically here what Donald Trump said in that clip. He said, A, he would allow himself to go into this space, meaning that he's going in there.
He said he was required.
Okay. What is that? What did you say?
He said he was required.
Required
it's his
by whom?
obligation is what he said.
Required by whom?
Play the clip back.
The owner of the pageant. Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
let's listen to hear what is an obligation.
It's a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed?
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with the vagina.
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you're saying he has an obligation to fuck his beauty pageant contestants?
So you're saying that happened? Name one case in which that happened.
No, I just want to make sure that I'm making sure that your logic is straight.
Okay, perfect. So then,
wait, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm saying no to the fact that your response to the argument is incoherent. You said that he's an obligation to do it. We just rolled back the clip to listen to a little bit more context. Just to ensure, are you saying that the obligation that he has is to fuck his beauty pageant contestants?
No, his obligation is to maintain a safe environment for all of these individuals in which they will not be harmed or harassed. And maybe the fact that maybe they need water or food or other things that may be entitled within their contract of using that specific location. Again, you're using a bunch of hypotheticals.
Wait. So you're saying that he went back there to make sure that they're okay?
I want you to pull up a contract.
Wait. You're saying that he went back there to make sure that you're okay? Well, where did he say that in the clip? Wait, so if he went back there,
okay. Everyone's okay. Hey, is everybody okay? You didn't hear him say that? Hey, how are y'all doing? Is everybody okay?
I have a question. So if you took him seriously there, then how come point number one, Howard Stern and the other lady on the radio show laughed at him, and then he laughed back because he was trying to make a sick joke, and then point number two, he said that they looked incredible when they had no clothes on, and he said that he got away with it. You only get away with doing things that are good. You don't get away with doing things that are good.
He said incredible looking women. Again, stop stretching the truth.
You're arguing that he didn't say that they had no clothes on? I just want to clarify. Did you just say that he did not say they had no clothes on?
Play the clip back.
Did you say that or not?
Incredible looking women. He said incredible looking women. He did not say naked incredible looking women.
Okay, great. So let's first clarify. When I have no clothes on, I'm naked. What about you?
Why don't you play the clip back instead of
before we do, let's just clarify here. When I have no clothes on, I'm naked. What about you?
Well, it depends. Maybe I have undergarments on.
Are undergarments clothes?
They're considered lingerie. People would consider clothes the outward cloth that you would wear to cover your undergarment.
Okay, so undergarments are not clothes.
They are undergarments, sir.
Okay, so are undergarments clothes or undergarments not clothes?
Apparel. They are fabrics.
Are they clothes?
Undergarments. They're undergarments.
But are they clothes?
Are you saying that they would not be considered, or they could not be considered as undergarments, and the clothes would not be considered?
Are undergarment articles of clothing?
Sure.
Okay.
Articles of clothing. Sure.
So then, and therefore, undergarments are clothes. So when I have no clothes on.
Again, you're just taking the point, and you're just taking what is said and stretching it to the furthest.
I'm just trying to clarify here. When I have no clothes on, I'm naked. What about you? I just want to clarify here. When I have no clothes on, I'm naked. What about you?
It depends on what I have undergarments on.
Well, I thought we just agreed that undergarments are clothes.
They're articles.
Okay.
But clothes.
Okay. So therefore, when you have no articles, so when you have no articles of clothing on, are you naked?
Sure, can be.
Okay, so when I have no clothes on, when I have no articles of clothing on, I'm naked, and you just affirmed that. So let's now go ahead and listen to Donald Trump say that they're naked.
And I want to hear him say they have no articles of clothing on.
Yeah.
Your point is mute again.
Yeah, we'll hear him say that they had no clothes on. Perfect.
Good. You there? Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Thank you for your concession, Lil Bro.
Oh, shit. Where did he say they had no clothes on? You see these incredible looking women. Hey, is everybody okay? You see these incredible looking women. Bro, you just proved yourself a fucking idiot.
And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. I want to make sure that everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. And I want to make sure that everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Dress. Is everyone okay?
There was no word.
Standing there with no clothes.
Yeah, he cut himself after.
Again, that was you stretching the truth again.
He cut himself off after there. Oh, wait. So he was stopping himself from saying something that's inaccurate. Let's listen to this.
And I want to make sure that everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so
you see these incredible looking women.
It looks like he stopped to take a breath.
At what point does he say they were naked, sir?
Yeah, he said that they have no clothes on.
No, they didn't.
Yes, he did. We just heard him say, "Is everyone okay?" They're saying there were no clothes.
You sort of get away with things like that.
Oh, so
no clothes. So clothes means clothes.
Yeah.
Clothes means clothes now.
Yes, it does. It does. Could you tell me what other word it would be?
Webster's dictionary, please, and pull up.
Could you please tell me what else that word would mean? Wait, I'm gonna need you to listen very closely to me here. So obviously he cut himself off in the middle of the word.
Maybe you can say there was no cleavage.
Hey, sir, I understand that you're freaking out. I would really appreciate it if you could just allow me to finish speaking. You're crashing out because you're getting dunked on because you're trying to argue conspiracy theories and insofar as being sympathetic to the perpetuator of sexual violence. This is very typical for MAGA men. MAGA men like you are violent. MAGA men like you are extremists. MAGA men like you are threats to women and girls. MAGA men like you are honestly just a threat to society as a whole and the moral fabric that we hold ourselves to. Right? Because now you're trying to argue that when Donald Trump said they had no clothes on, he wasn't talking about their clothes because he cut himself off midway through the word. So just to make it clear, let's go to listen to what he said.
Anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay?
So go ahead and finish that word. Let's make sure that we have it clear what he said. No, don't stop. Don't stop. Stop talking. I'm going to ask you to stop talking. I'm going to ask you to finish that word. So he said, they're standing there with no clothes.
No, that's not what he said. They were standing there. There was no.
I'm going to prove that's what he said.
How do you know it wasn't clothes?
I'm going to prove. I'm going to prove that.
You're there. Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes.
Go ahead and finish that word.
Yeah, no clocks.
No clocks?
No cleavage.
Well, they're good. So cleavage starts with a cle sound, not a claw sound.
Well, no cleavage. I mean, how do you know? We don't know how he talks.
No
people
cleavage?
enunciate words different.
No, wait. Are you saying? So you're saying that he meant to say no clovage? What is clovage?
Cleavage, sir.
Oh, but that you pronounce that with a cle sound, not a clo sound.
Sometimes maybe Northerners pronounce words differently. I mean, there's enunciations that are pronounced differently in Texas between Texas and California, Colorado.
Can you give me an example of somebody pronouncing cleavage as clovage?
I mean, I can give you an example of other words. I don't know.
I think that we're going to have to specifically use this word because I don't think anybody pronounces cleavage as cleavage.
Let's say it was clock. Let's say it was clock. Let's say the word was clock.
They're standing there with no clock? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there was no clock. There's no time. I mean, sure,
They're standing
there's
there.
a million things.
They're standing there with no clock.
You're again just stretching.
So, quote unquote, they were standing there with no clock.
my point, there's a million-
That's not a sentence that makes grammatical sense.
But it could be, sir.
Also, clock starts with a claw sound, not a cl sound. He said they're standing there with no claw, not claw.
So
You don't say claws.
And O sounds the same.
No, they sound different because one says clo, one says claw.
Like a clo to me.
Pronounce clock.
Clock.
Clock, not clo.
Pronounce close, jackass.
Exactly. Clock and close. One starts with a claw, one starts with a clo.
The enunciation was CLU.
Now, before we finish having a conversation about this, about the new argument, clock, okay, I legitimately want you to give me an example of somebody pronouncing cleavage as clovage.
Well, I just did, sir.
No, you
That's
didn't.
one example. Enough said. I did.
What was
What do
the
you mean?
example that you
I
gave to
just
me?
did.
Of
I
an
just
American
did.
speaking in English, pronouncing the word cleavage as clovage?
You know, I mean, again, I just did. So that's one person.
Oh, no,
You
you
said
didn't.
an example.
Are
You
you
didn't say that
trying to gaslight me into believing that you gave an example of that? You didn't give an example of that.
I did myself.
No, you didn't.
Me, like literally, personally, I said cleavage as clovage.
Oh, so
One
you pronounce.
example.
Wait, so you pronounce the word cleavage as clovage?
I just did.
Oh, okay. So, one second. One second. I'm gonna have you shut your goofy ass up here, so I could just thank a couple people. You're an embarrassment to men, and I hope that you know that. New Blue Eyes, thank you so much. Pipe down low, bro. New Blue Eyes, thank you so much for the $100 over on YouTube Super Chat. I really appreciate you for that love, New Blue Eyes. New Blue Eyes with $100 says, okay, doubling down on that last donation because the level of stupid coming from the cult today is just too much. Yeah, dude. Like this is like literally like embarrassing. Like I honestly feel like I don't even really need to try too hard in this debate because this isn't like a right versus left issue. Like this guy's literally trying to pronounce, literally trying to convince everybody that some individuals can pronounce the word cleavage as clovage. Like that's just simply like a grammatical issue. I don't even know what to say. Thank you for the $100. I really appreciate you for the love. How about you pipe down while I'm thanking your donors? Okay, I understand that you don't have emotional regulation, but I'm going to ask you to try to develop a low level just while I'm thanking my donors so you could stop interrupting. Thank you so much once again for the $100 New Blue Eyes, as well as Grandma Diane. Thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat, who says if he has a wife or daughter, is he ready to deal with this happening to them? Unfortunately, Grandma Diane, the answer to your question is no. If somebody did this to his daughter, his likely response would be is that his daughter's lying to him if his daughter were to tell him, or if the man were to say that he did it to his daughter, he'd probably say that they're joking, he'd probably say that it's not that serious, or he'd probably find like a similar like path forward to what he's like using to attempt to defend Donald Trump in this in this clip by literally coming up with new words. Right? Like we hear Donald Trump say that they have no clothes on, but he cuts himself off at clo. So then he has to create a whole new word, clovage, in order to attempt to justify that what he's saying here is true. He's literally creating new words in the English language to justify sexually exploiting naked little girls. I hope that tells you exactly where the priority of these MAGA POSs lie. Link, thank you for the galaxies as well. Guys, please show some love to New Blue Eyes for the 100 and Grandma Diane for the 20. Thank you guys so much for the love. As well as 10,000 seconds. Thank you for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. 10,000 seconds for the $50 says it's crazy because there's an audio of Trump admitting to SA by grabbing women by the P word during a private conversation. We don't mention that anymore. Oh yeah, not only has Donald Trump boasted about the sexual exploitation of naked women and naked girls at Miss Teen USA and Miss USA to Howard Stern, he's also said that you could just grab them by the P word without asking them first. He's also held civilly liable for the rape of Eugene Carroll. He's also best friends with Epstein, knew what Epstein was doing to those girls, sent him a letter depicting the naked body of one of those girls with a statement, may every new day be another wonderful secret. And this guy still thinks that he's not he's not guilty of sexual abuse and will actively defend that sexual abuse even when Donald Trump admits to it. Ling, thank you so much for the well diving, and thank you so much for the $50 10,000 seconds. I want to see 500 second W's down below in that chat, as well as New Blue Eyes. Thank you for another $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for another $50. Who says, Dean, you are an extraordinary human being. Stay the course, hold fast, keep cooking. Honestly, New Blue Eyes, I seriously really do appreciate you for the fucking $50. That's $150 in total. I don't really feel too all extraordinary right now. Like I kind of like feel small. when I am hard pressed with motherfuckers like this, because I just feel like there's no way to win. The conversation's not going anywhere, and we're just listening to a terrible man with 0 brain cells, hell-bent on the vindication of sexual predators, and it's just really hard. It's really hard. Zoe, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you for the love, Zoe. Let's get 200 Zoe W's, who says, by the way, even if he said no cleavage, women with quote-unquote no cleavage are usually young girls, and I'm going to add on to that, considering the fact that he owned Miss Teen USA makes it even worse. Because if he's saying that they're standing there with no cleavage, then that means that he's likely talking about Miss Teen USA. Good point, Zoe. Thank you for the $20. By the way, the little guy left. He ran away because he's terrified. He's so terrified. As well as Sarah, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love, Sarah. Sarah with the $10 says, this rancid POS twisting himself into knots to justify his support of a dirty fucking rapist. Like my army of red ants snack on his genitals, dude. Oh, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I think that you're holding back a little, Sarah. You could go a little harder. Thank you for the $10. As well as Jonathan, thank you for the $10 as well. You said second donation. But this guy's clearly an incel and risky to women everywhere. Total red flag, put him on the list. FBI, open up. Thank you for the $10, Jonathan. As well as Jenna, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Dell, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. And Abby with the $5 on Venmo. And then Emily with the $5 who says, guess is trying so hard to defend a P3 literally. Thank you for the $5, Emmy. Sorry, Emily. I don't know why I keep calling you Emmy. And then Caesar, thank you for the $10 who says the owner of a Walmart doesn't just go into the female-only restrooms because he's the owner. Exactly. You can't just do that because you own the pageant. Like, that's insane. That's like fucking nuts. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Caesar. I would also like to quickly thank Sandra. Appreciate you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Sandra. Thank you so much. Let's get 200 Sandra W's. Guys, so many of you are like showing up and showing out. Thank you all so much for the love. Like, this is literally fucking insane. Thank you for the $20, Sandra. I really appreciate you for your support. And then Abby with the $5 who says, such disgusting men on your life today. It couldn't get worse. Abby, thank you for the $5. Jojo, thank you for the $40 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. That is crazy. Let's get 400 Jojo W's who says, for whatever you need to do to get yourself in a good place. Honestly, what I needed to do to get myself in a good place was to kick the fuck out of that last guest, but he ran and left before I could kick him. So, I mean, hey, good thing that he was terrified. Thank you for the $40, Jojo. And then Zoe, thank you for the $5. Edgar, thank you for the $5. Faye with the $5. And Stacy, thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo. And Abby with a 10. Show some love to Abby and Stacy down below in that chat. Thank you guys so much. Like, seriously, you guys are going fucking off today. I'd also like to quickly thank Charlie for the $50 over on PayPal. Holy fuck, y'all. Dude, what is going on? Charlie with a $50 says, tired of people so desperately justifying their bigotry, but appreciate you for always pointing out how illogical it is. Keep on keeping on. Big love. Charlie, thank you so much for the $50, and I agree.
Thanks for the rose, Antonio.
Shut up. It is legitimately so tiring, but just know that I really appreciate you. Just know that I'm very thankful for you. Thank you so much for the $50, my friend. And of course, there's a couple of other people I'd like to thank over on PayPal. Let me go and get that loaded up right now. In the meantime, guys, if you're watching over on TikTok, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen to check out this live. I would also like to thank over on PayPal. There we go. We got it loaded up now. Let's see here. Carrie, thank you so much for the $50 on PayPal. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie with the $50 says 50 more. If you can only keep those with more than 2 brain cells, OMG, these fucks walk among us women. Well, first and foremost, Carrie, thank you so much for the $50 fucking dollars. Let's get 500 Carrie W's down below in that chat. That is CARIE. And second of all, Carrie, I don't think I'm going to be getting another $50 from you. Every single guest that we've had today has like literally had maybe a brain cell and a half. Okay, I was about to say 2 rocks click-clacking, but the rocks aren't even click-clacking. And then Mel, thank you for the $33 on PayPal, who says getting some extra money this month, so I thought I'd throw it your way to say thanks for all that you do. Mel, I hope that you're well. You've been watching forever, and thank you so much for the $33 donation. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you, Mel. And then Trista, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. You explicitly asked me not to read your donation message out loud, so I won't, but thank you for the love. Beth with a $1, Damaris with a $5, and then Jacob, thank you for the $10, who says, I quit my anxiety pen a few months ago, but these 2 men are making me want to do it again. Keep on cooking these maggots. Dude, honestly, Jacob, that's why I struggle with like the idea of quitting, is because like they literally stress me out so much. But thank you for the $10, Jacob. And awesome. Yeah, guys, it looks like we are all caught up. As of right now, if you're watching and you want to support me, help pay for my therapy and shit, you can find my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in my bio on TikTok at the top of the phone screen, as well as it could be found in the pinned message on my YouTube stream. But anyways, Henry, welcome back. I had to remove you from the live stream earlier because I think that you showed that axe online.
Yeah, was driving a tractor and they didn't let me drive the tractor on live for some reason because this app's probably made by a whole bunch of stupid people don't know nothing.
No,
it's
because operating.
You don't see me chop wood?
It's because operating a motor vehicle while being on your phone is typically considered to be dangerous.
Dude, come on, buddy. I'm driving a tractor. I'm on private property.
I'm not saying that it's illegal.
Chopping wood.
I'm not saying it's illegal, but it could be considered dangerous.
Buddy, look at this. Look, I could pick up, you see this log right here?
Yeah.
Pick it up in my hand. Like that.
Okay, you picked up a log of wood off the ground, therefore...
With one hand.
Okay.
That's my left arm, too. That's my weak hand. You don't even know how strong my right one is.
What is this? Are you like trying to like?
It's me showing you and your little buddy didn't believe earlier how much wood I chop, and I'm trying to show you right now. I've been chopping wood all day.
I think that your daddy chopped that wood.
Hell no! Oh, can I TikTok live? Why?
Why?
They don't allow people to show axes. They don't let people show.
Are you about to like?
You're making this up.
Are you about to play us a pre-recorded CGI video of you like superimposed over like your Peepaw's body chopping the wood?
Will you allow me to show the chat me chopping this wood real quick?
No, I won't.
It's not going to ban me, dude. Come on. You're allowed to do that. You know that. You know it. You're just making up random rules.
I literally got a live restriction that had said like the person is engaging in like potentially like violent things. So.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think liberals could have legs like these? But
those are some
these legs.
Those are some chicken legs, man. They're very small.
These legs, they squat like so much.
Okay, wait. Actually,
you can't even comprehend it.
I can't comprehend.
You can't even comprehend it.
I have a question. Have you? Never mind. That's going to be a little bit too mean. I'm sorry, man. I think
no. Hey, I can handle everything.
I think that I just like need a second here to like go from the conversation I was having with the last guest, where he was just like bold-faced defending like sexual exploitation, to now talking like your goofy little silly unintelligent ass, right? Like, sure, you're still a Trump supporter.
Oh, you call me silly? I'm smarter than every single person you've ever spoken to in your life.
Really?
You know it.
What are the three branches of government?
Judicial, executive, legislative.
So you've watched the streams before?
No, I went to school. I went to middle school, buddy. They teach you that in middle school.
Oh, they do teach that in middle school.
And I was actually, guess what? Guess what? When I was in middle school, I was a grade ahead of everyone.
Wow.
I was a grade ahead of everyone.
Wow.
When I went into high school, I was already studying geometry.
Wow.
Do you even know what that is?
Do I know what geometry is? Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
So
what's a hypotenuse?
Like a hypotenuse of a triangle?
Yeah, what is it? What is it? Which part?
I honestly don't know if I'd be able to remember.
He doesn't even know what a hypotenuse is.
Listen.
Let me explain it.
I'm going to be honest. I think the last time I was actively, quizzing myself on what the hypotenuse of a triangle was like probably like freshman year of high school. So
yeah, well, guess what? My brain works in geometrics. My brain works in geometrics. I'm constantly thinking about everything nonstop. My brain, I can't sleep because I'm thinking about new patterns.
You're thinking about new patterns?
Oh, yeah. Just wait. You'll see me.
Do you take DRUGS?
You'll see me on the news here. Huh?
Do you take DRUGS?
No, buddy. I'm high on live. I'll wake up in the morning.
It kind of sounds like you're describing like a psychedelic experience.
Buddy,
like
maybe I've done that before. And are you going to judge? Are you going to judge?
Are you on the good?
Are you going to judge if people do that? Maybe I had done it once, and there was one time where I did do that, and I did think I came up with a new shape.
You came up with a new shape? No way, dude! You came up with a new shape?
Yeah.
No way.
What's my brain actually, my brain actually starts to work.
Well, show us the new shape.
I forgot to write it down. You
forgot to write down the new shape?
Yeah.
Dude.
I just split this log in half with my hands.
You literally could have been the next Einstein.
Oh, well, I probably will be. You'll be hearing about me soon.
Okay, so you think that you're the next Einstein. So because you're the next Einstein and you're obviously like very intelligent, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead, knock yourself out, bud.
What is the square root of 9?
3.
Oh! You are the next Einstein!
Yeah, I tell you, I know more about anything and everything.
Dude! We got the next Einstein on the live. Oh my God.
You want to see me split this log and have my hands?
can't do it. Wait, it was pre-cut, buddy. It was pre-cut.
No, it wasn't. I just ripped that on behalf of my hands, you fucking idiot.
I think that you're a little beta soy boy. Little beta soy boy cut.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. You watch your mouth when you speak to me.
Oh, you're right. I'm kind of punching down. I guess that is bad.
Yeah, so you want to have a debate while I'm out here doing something? I can multitask.
Yeah,
Some
buddy.
liberals don't know what to do.
Since you're
you can't even chew gum and walk at the same time.
Well, I guess it would,
I'm over here chopping wood. I'm over here chopping wood and coming up with new patterns.
Shooting a gun and walking at the same time. It depends on the caliber, honestly.
Huh?
It depends on the caliber.
I said chewing gum, buddy. You can't even chew gum and walk.
Oh, I thought you said like shoot a gun and walk. It depends on the caliber.
No, buddy. But I could do that. I could do that, chew gum and walk. I could do all three at the same time.
You're telling me that you could like side holster a 50 cal and walk forward.
I was just up at the shooting range 2 days ago shooting off the whole bunch of stuff I had. Legally, by the way. This is illegal TikTok.
Okay. All right, buddy. So one last question.
Yeah, you want to ask me a question and I'll tell you what the actual answer is instead of you coming up with some liberal shit?
Because you're Mr. Einstein. How many?
No, I never said that yet, but maybe one day. You never know.
So how many people serve in our House of Representatives?
I think it's like 500 something.
No, it's 435.
That's right.
I thought that you were intelligent. What happened?
Well, yeah, I was including the chambers, the chamber of the House.
What's the chamber of the House?
Or the representatives. You know what I'm saying?
What representatives? I asked you how many House of
representatives of
the
state, dude.
So we are talking about the representatives of the states serving in the federal.
Yeah, it was 453, right?
No, and I told you how many there were like 3 seconds ago. I said 435.
How many are there? Yeah, I know. That's right. You're right. You're right about something for once. Holy. Ask me a different question.
Why do you support Trump as president? Young Sheldon.
Okay. Well, let me take you back, do a little history lesson. When he first came into office, people wanted they needed a new hope. We're done with this little corporate Democrats, even corporate Republicans. I'll give them a little chance, like these Looney Tune Republicans. We needed a new hope. So Trump came in here and said he was going to drain the swamp. And he was going to do this and he was going to do that. So guess what he did? He became president. He fucking did it.
No, what he did is he became the swamp. He's the fraudster. He's the felon. He's the guy giving illegal directives to our military. He's the guy infringing the Constitution. And he's the guy passing policy that hurts the working class.
Buddy, maybe he became a felon because he accidentally took a couple papers home when he wasn't supposed to because he was trying to do more research on it.
Oh, so you're talking about him intentionally, not accidentally.
That's all that happened, bro. That's all that happened.
Classified documents at his estate in Mar-a-Lago.
He took them home because he had to actually do research on it.
Did he accidentally hide them in his bathroom while the FBI was searching his property too?
Dude, Melania probably did that, or Barron. Barron was a little kid at the time. He was probably running around and didn't know what was going on.
No, it was like Link. Thank you for the 2 whale diving. It was like a billion big boxes, 40 boxes worth of documents.
Yeah, they were using it for certain stuff that if the liberals got their hands on it, they would have just burned it all.
Moved the 40. No, that's what National Socialists do. That's what far right extremists do.
Yeah, socialist, quote unquote. Yeah, you just proved it. Yeah, socialist.
A National Socialist is a socialist in the same way a urinal cake is a cake. Is a urinal cake a cake, buddy? Do you want to go put on a urinal word cake in the name, therefore it's a cake?
Okay, yeah. The next one, buddy. You caught me on that one. Okay, I'll concede on 1 point.
Yeah, you better concede, Mr. Little Einstein.
Yeah, I'll concede on 1 point. How many points have I made? You concede on 115?
115?
I've been counting.
Can you even count that high? Can you even count to 115?
I can count higher than you. You want to have a competition? You can count faster, higher?
Dude, I bet I can
count to 1,000 first.
Okay, your turn.
I'll count to 1,000 before you can.
All right, go, buddy.
We'll go 1 for 1. 1, you go.
1.
No, you go number after number. 1.
Oh, do we see who forgets the next number first?
Yeah, go. Keep going. See who can go higher.
1,
2,
3.
No, I'm not doing this dumb shit with you, buddy. This is what you and all your little fans want to see is you trying to make fun of me. And I'm not here to get made fun of anymore.
Do you know what number comes after 3?
Huh? Yeah, 4, obviously.
5. What's next?
Okay, guess what? I can do that in a different language.
What comes?
Uno. Go. You know, you can go. Let's do it in a different language. Uno.
Dos.
Tres.
Cuatro.
Cinco.
Seis.
Siete.
Nueve.
Nope. Ocho
Fuck.
goes next, buddy.
God. Shit.
Come on. Are you serious?
God damn it.
Are you serious?
Wait,
so first off, you
wait,
can't
did he
even
say
count in
uno?
Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve.
God.
Nueve is 9, buddy.
Ah.
Listen,
fuck.
so this guy can't count in Spanish. He doesn't know what a hypotenuse is. Listen, hey, all of
Hey,
you can
I have a
change your mind.
question.
You can come follow me. You can follow me and I'll
I have a
educate
question.
you.
I have a question. What
I'll
does
educate
pinche
you.
puto mean?
I don't know.
All right. So feel free to give us an argument insofar as why you support Trump.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm literally chopping my last block of wood, and then I have a whole pile of notes in my computer upstairs and all the best reasons why. And I'll go show you. I have a whole bunch of notes in my computer right now. I'll be up there in literally 1 minute. I just got done chopping the last whole block of wood.
What are you chopping all the
Some
wood?
of you've probably literally never done in your life. When was the last time you've ever chopped wood?
I've chopped wood before.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I was
Probably
out,
not. Even if you have, it's not as efficient as
I
I
was
can do
out
it.
camping with my buddies. Dude, I was chopping wood shirtless. I'm a man.
Oh, shirtless.
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Yeah, you
I didn't
did
ask
it.
if it
You
was
did
shirtless
it
or not.
with a shirt on. You're such a beta.
Yeah, I do.
You're
I do it
such
with a
a
hoodie on because I'm from the
beta soy.
mountains. I'm from the mountains. I'm from
Right,
the north,
exactly.
buddy. I'm
You're
from
beta soy.
You don't have Viking lineage in my
You
bloodline.
drink
right?
that beta soy latte, dude.
You know what Viking lineage is? I have Viking lineage in my bloodline.
Oh my god.
I'm from the north.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
I have to wear hoodies because I get cold.
Okay. You have to wear hoodies because. Okay.
I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna walk past my mom though, so I gotta mute my mic.
You live at your parents' house? It's very alpha. That's very alpha chat of you.
No, they live with me in my house. I actually retired them. Hold on.
You said that you were like 20. By the way, it's actually not wrong to live under your parents' roof. In this economy, definitely not wrong.
Me too, buddy.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't get on you for that because it's actually not a bad thing. Oh, and also, if you were a true alpha Chad, you wouldn't get cold in the harsh weather conditions. Just saying. You wouldn't even need a hoodie. Okay, while he's, going inside, tiptoeing around his parents' bedroom because they're probably already asleep, to go to his bedroom. Let me go to thank a couple people here real quick. Zach, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube. He says, I bet he could throw a football over those mountains too. No way, Zach. He's too beta to know how to throw a football. Thank you for the $20, Zach. As well, Zach, for another $20. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your kindness. Show some love to Zach for the total of the $40 over on Venmo. Over on YouTube Super Chat. Appreciate you so much for your kindness. There's a couple people I'd like to thank over at Venmo, PayPal as well. Thank you so much for the $20, Jade, who says this guy's new shape fake donation, constantly thinking in geometrics and must be jumping dimensions with reptilian DNA, chopping wood forever. You know what, Jade? That message made perfect sense to me. WU, thank you for the $20. As well as AJ, thank you for the $20 as well, who says, Dean, this guy's the Maga equivalent of kids on the playground insisting that they're vampires. Yes, he's over here insisting that he's Einstein. Yeah, obvious. Dude, that's a good one. Thank you for the $20, AJ and Jade. Edgar, thank you for the $5. Taylor with the $5. Appreciate you so much for the love. And Jojo, appreciate you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Says this is a very strange show of testosterone. The testosterone that he doesn't have because he's a beta. I'd also like to very quickly thank Sonny for the $10. He says, tell Henry he's grossing me out and that women don't find this attractive. Well, I appreciate you for stating the obvious, Sonny. Thank you for the $10. So, Rob, thank you for the $10 as well. That is SCROB. Thank you so much for your kindness. Abby with the $10, who says, tell Henry that literally nobody gives a shit about him chopping wood. This man genuinely shows signs of malignant narcissism. Oh, totally. Then Kelly, thank you so much for the $10, who says real men don't wear gloves, brother. Oh, you're right. Kelly, you're on the bullseye. Henry, you were chopping wood with gloves on. Real men don't wear gloves. Are you scared of a...
I don't want to get splinters because I'm not an idiot. That's a liberal thing. Liberals are so stupid. They would do it without gloves and get splinters.
Are you scared of a little splinter? You're scared of a little wood?
You get a whole bunch of them in your hand, they end up hurting.
You're scared... Oh, splinters hurt?
I can tolerate pain, though.
Yo, wait, well, you just said it hurt.
Yeah, it's called infection. It's called the smarter thing to do. Liberals don't care about
You're saying that it'd give you an infection? Only betas get infections.
Do you play video games?
No, because that's only something that betas do. So you obviously play video games.
Exactly.
Right? Beta.
I open up my computer and it's just full of notes.
Yeah. All right.
I'm pulling them up right now, though.
Yeah. Well, you pull up the notes. Tell us why you support Trump. I have a couple more people to thank in the meantime. This and That Crafts. Appreciate you for the $10. Thank you so much for the love. Who says, don't hate me because I love you. I used to support Trump during his first administration when I was uneducated, and I'm disgusted that I ever at one point did so. I'm much more politically informed now and often argue Trump supporters. Oh, I'm so proud of you. I don't hate you. The point of this streams is to try to change individuals' minds. I love you. Thank you for the $10. As well as Brooke, thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Brooke. Let's go ahead and show some massive, massive love to Brooke. 13th Amendment ended slavery.
Yeah, you got something right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the love, Brooke. Make sure to show some love to Brooke down below in that comment section for the $20. Let's get 200 Brooke W's. As well as Anna, thank you for the $10. She says, tell Henry to come to the right side of history. Him and his sandwich are kind of grown on me. Nah, Henry's never going to be on the right side of history. I think he's too dumb to change his mind.
I'm actually on the right side of history.
As well as Valina, thank you for the $13. She says they're so stupid. I appreciate you so much for the love, Valina. Thank you so much for the love, Valina.
You know the videos where it goes, are you right? And he goes, no, you're actually all left.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you.
So the right side of history is right because they're called the right. So
we could go back into
you want to
go into how the liberal elites made up the whole globe theory? You can go in r/flat earth for that one. I can show up. Hold on. This is a different one right here.
I really don't want to go back to your like flat earth bullshit, Henry.
Yeah, we don't have to because you can't quite comprehend it.
It's just, okay. I've already proved you wrong on that. I don't want to go over it again.
Okay, what about when Congress passed a bill thereby delivering the largest tax cut in American history, increasing Americans' take-home pay by as much as $13,300 and terminating benefits for at least 1.4 million illegal immigrants who are gaming the system? That came directly from our own government, whitehouse.gov. What do you have to say about that? These are real.
Yeah, first point. Undocumented immigrants don't get benefits from the federal government because of the Personal Work Order and Responsibility Act of 1996 that strictly limited eligibility for federal benefits to citizens and legal residents.
Stupid fucking computer. What is that word? You want me to take as terminating benefits for 1.4 illegal immigrants?
1.4 illegal immigrants?
Million. Do you see that word? Do you want me to go word by word?
Just because whitehouse.gov says something doesn't make it true.
Okay, boom. Another thing. Debunked on that one.
No.
Summer gas price.
Oh my God.
Okay, here. Let's go word by word. Summer gas prices reached. Do you see that word? Reached.
Yeah.
Their lowest point since, you see that? 2021. And inflation are near, do you see that? 20-year low.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. First and foremost, I would like to make it incredibly clear that I don't believe Donald Trump has done anything to reduce the price of gasoline, and I don't think that Donald Trump has done anything to reduce inflation. I'd actually argue if Kamala Harris was elected last November, inflation would be lower than it is today because her policy would have been less aggressive compared to Donald Trump's policy, like the Big Beautiful Bill being the most expensive piece of legislation ever signed into law in this country. Not to mention that his policy also directly causes inflation, right? Such as like his tariffs. And if his tariffs didn't directly cause inflation, then we wouldn't have expected him to remove his tariffs for affordability. Okay, you're just tapping.
Do you see? Can you read?
No.
I'm trying to show you different things that can like. Do you see this? Remember how I said earlier, I only read statistical data and then I make my stuff from there?
So what is this
statistical data
representing?
Rating Trump on global issues, conflict between Israel and neighbors. Everyone basically says good.
Okay, all right. So you think that
debunked on that?
So you think that he achieved a ceasefire there? Yesterday, Israel killed an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old boy in cold blood.
It's not cool. No one should ever die ever.
Not even 10 days after, right, Israel accepted Trump's ceasefire, they bombed a hospital, killed 100 people and 53 children in cold blood. Okay, stop fucking tapping on your screen. Like, speak.
Yeah, chart. Look.
You're gonna have to tell us what the chart is, my friend. Don't read it. Stop just tapping on the screen. Read it.
Okay. Illegal.
Listen, in a debate, we use words. Now, if you can't read that, let me know and I'll read it for you.
Okay. Illegal.
Immigration
into the U.S. So it's low. Oh my gosh! And then Biden, typical Biden, and then Trump. Oh, goes down.
Yeah. So what policy did Trump implement to reduce undocumented entry into America?
The one that kicks them the hell out of here.
Oh, mass deportation. Do you support mass deportation?
AKA ICE.
Okay. So do you support mass deportation?
Kill somebody. Yeah, of course. I support fixing this damn country.
Yeah. What is one specific positive material outcome of mass deportation on America?
Open up jobs back for Americans.
Okay, well, it actually reduces job opportunity for Americans by making the economy as a whole less productive. And that's why the American Immigration Council tells us that if we were to move all undocumented immigrants from the economy tomorrow, our GDP would go down by $1.1 through $1.7 trillion per year. What is your rebuttal?
If I had proof of that, yeah, that would work, but.
Oh, if you had proof of it, just go on Google and type in American.
Do you know what these photos are from?
Dude, I don't know what you're tapping on your phone screen. No.
Do you see this? This is not my phone screen.
Okay.
Do you recognize this photo? These are historic photos. Do you know what this event is from?
It's really small. I can't quite tell.
Look at it. I'll zoom in. Do you see this?
Dude,
maybe someone in the chat might know.
Stop playing games. What are you showing us?
I'm not playing games. Oh, well, you can read it right here.
The Dust Bowl? Can you respond to the argument that I gave you to demonstrate that there'd be less opportunity for Americans if we did a
Yeah, I guess that theoretically makes sense on paper, but the things are theoretically on paper never really amplifies in the real world.
Okay, so you're saying that it is not the case, right? That if we did a mass deportation, our economy would be significantly less productive. Can you justify that argument, please?
Yeah, so basically, when you have people who are here and they don't pay 100% taxes on everything, then our government is losing money.
Okay, so
our schools are losing money, our roads are losing money.
So your
kids are losing money.
So your argument,
kids are losing life.
So your argument is that undocumented immigrants are a total net drain on the American economy. According to the IRS, they pay over $100 billion per year in taxes. Please give me a source to demonstrate that undocumented immigrants take away over $100 billion per year, and ensure that your source is not including the citizen children of undocumented immigrants to be undocumented immigrants. Many sources that you'll find to demonstrate that undocumented immigrants are a total net burden on this country will find this total dollar value of $153 billion per year, but in order to do so, they will include the citizen children of the undocumented immigrants as undocumented immigrants themselves, which is obviously bad faith and false.
Okay, yeah, no, I just looked it up and I guess you're right. They do pay taxes, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I guess that means that you're wrong.
Yeah, but one thing, it's called human error.
God, yeah, human error.
Humans are error.
Buddy, I believe if Trump told you to eat your own shit, you'd do it.
No, I wouldn't. But if Joe Biden told you to do that, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so here are 5 key facts about immigrants and Medicaid. Let me read them to you. Undocumented immigrants are not eligible.
Yeah, please read them. Go ahead. Why did you stop?
Hold on.
No, don't stop. No, don't stop reading. Don't stop reading, my friend. Continue to read. Why did you cut yourself off?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it in my computer's logging.
You were just saying undocumented immigrants are not eligible, and then you stopped talking. What happened?
My computer's logging. It's like frozen.
Okay, it's frozen on the sentence that you were just reading, so finish
No, it's like glitching around. What the heck?
It's glitching around?
Computer.
Wait, turn your camera on and show us the glitch. Turn your camera on and show us the glitch. Turn the camera on and show us the glitch. Why is your camera not on, buddy?
It's just like a white screen. I can't see anything.
Dude, I can literally see your mouse on the screen in the Windows icon in the bottom left-hand corner. Stop fucking with me.
Hold on, I'm trying to fix it.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Cassandra, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Says I took a full nap and you're still dealing with Henry. Actually, Henry's back. He left for a while. Thank you for the $5, Cassandra. That is very kind of you. Show some love to Cassandra down below in that chat. Mindy with the $5 who says Henry can't even remember why he likes Trump. Maybe that's a good reason why he shouldn't like Trump. Thank you for the $5, Mindy. Frank with the $5. I appreciate you for that love. And Juliana with the $5 as well. And Story, thank you for the $10 for babysitting Henry. Oh, dude, I'm getting paid a fee for babysitting you. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you for the $10.
I'm babysitting
and then Black
you.
Forge
You're
Leather, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. Appreciate you so much for the love, Black Forge Leather. Guys, let's get to it at Leather W's down below. As well as Valena, thank you for the $13 who says they're so stupid. Oh my God, they're so fucking stupid. Thank you so much for the $13. Show some love to Leather, Valena, Avery, Cassandra, Mindy, Frankie, and Juliana down below in that chat. If you're watching right now and you do want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio on TikTok at the top of the phone screen and in the pin message over on YouTube. Henry, unless you have any like legitimate arguments that you want to give me insofar as why you support Trump as president, I think I'm just going to move on because I'm kind of done.
I just found actually a new website that's not the whitehouse.gov. So it's actually literally called the American Presidency Project. You can research this if you want. It researches every American president. So,
hello, Richard. Do you support Trump? Richard, hello. Okay, Richard.
Yes, that's me. Sorry.
Oh, hi, man. Do you support Trump?
I was busy cooking.
No worries. Are you MAGA?
Well, no, kind of. I'm not all up to date on the policies and this policy and that. I don't have the wealth of knowledge that you can draw on for those type of things. But I do believe that I support Trump. I voted Trump because I think he's doing things that at least make the American people think that things are happening in the right direction. I'm not going to be able, you know, like I see you ask people for a lot of that. I'm not going to be able to give those things. For me, as a person who's going in and owns a home and trying to support a family, I believe the changes that he is making is going to do good things for the country.
Your mic is very muffled. Okay. All right. So you're telling me that you believe, you're telling me that you support Trump because you believe that Donald Trump is going to do good things for this country. Can you name one good thing he's done for this country in the last almost 12 months?
I believe the closure of the border, or at least the executive order to close the border, was a good thing.
Your mic really has a glitch on it. I'm not going to lie. So how did he close the border?
Well, the executive order that he gave the first day he was in office gave the closure of the border. And from what I understand, at least what the news tells me, that there is no more illegal border crossings happening. Is that true?
So no, that's not true. So that's not true at all. There's still a low level of undocumented entry into America. Has this number gone significantly down? Yes. However, the executive order that you're referencing, unless you could give me the substance of the EO to demonstrate what exactly he implemented to effectively reduce undocumented entry into this country, I would be like unlikely to just believe you on the surface level. I don't think that Donald Trump has been able to reduce undocumented entry into this country with the use of good effective policy, but rather I think that he's reduced undocumented entry into this country with the use of fascism and human/constitutional rights violations, okay? I think that he's scared that new entry away by violating the human and constitutional rights of the undocumented immigrants that are already in this country, right? Like illegally deporting Abrigo Garcia to Sica in El Salvador, where he was beaten, tortured, and starved for months, or illegally deporting Venezuelan immigrants without any due process, blackbacking college students, labeling undocumented immigrants as like mentally deranged criminals, so on and so forth, using ICE as a secret police to racially profile anyone with brown skin on our streets, questioning them about their citizenship status, so on and so forth. And I believe that has scared away new entry, but obviously that's immoral because it's in violation of human and constitutional rights, and it's short-term in the sense that when we have a president that is not a fascist, I believe that trend will reverse. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I had to kick him. I think his mic was just bugged a little bit too much. He started to respond to what I was saying there, and I literally could not hear a word he was saying. Unproblematic, I did send you an invite to turn back on your mic. I'd love to have a chat. Zach, appreciate you for another $10 over on Super Chat. Okay, all right, awesome. There's another couple of people I'd like to thank as well. Eve, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo, who says they've been 1.5 combined brain cells shared between your guests tonight. Dude, I'm so fucking exhausted. We've only been on for 2.5 hours, and like, I'm already like done. I'm like already just done for the night. I'm ready to get off. All right. I mean, I'm gonna push through. We're gonna do 4 hours, but like honestly, like I'm done. I'm already like done. And hopefully that trend will reverse. It can reverse. But we're going to get the next Trump supporter loaded up into the box right now, guys. Go ahead and hop inside of that queue if you do support Trump. Oh, and by the way, dude, somebody dropped a dono earlier saying I'll send you another $50 if you could get a Trump supporter on this live with more than 2 brain cells. I'm still trying to get that $50. I'm still working very hard for it. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. Not today. Hello, buddy. You're a Maga? Are you a Maga? Are you a Trump supporter?
Get that $50, bro. Go and get that $50.
Trying to get that happen.
No.
Well, especially when I'm talking to you.
Yeah. I got 3 brain cells. That's more than 2.
Yet to be determined. So why do you support Trump?
Well, I've already got you to concede on abortion.
No, you didn't, buddy.
That's a win.
How did you get me to concede on abortion?
Well, because you support killing human beings. Oh, he's on the anxiety pen off the bat.
Yes.
That ought to be worth 50 right there. I saw today.
If somebody sent me $50 every single time I hit my anxiety pin, all viewers would be broke. So, unfortunately, it's not worth $50. But how did you get me to concede on abortion?
Well, because you agreed that it's okay to kill a human being.
Oh, well, that wasn't a concession considering the fact that that's not a premise that I rejected.
So you're okay with killing human beings?
Yeah, in many scenarios, I absolutely am. Abortion would be one, self-defense would be another, pulling the plug on a brain dead patient would be a third.
So you are or you're not?
Yeah, many scenarios, I'm okay with it.
It's situational?
Yes, it's situational, completely.
Okay. So if anybody else is situational, you want to hold them over the fire. I got it. Double standards. It's cool.
What's the double standard?
Well, anytime somebody's like, oh, like I'm Christian, and then you want to pick it apart, but you're pro killing human beings, but it's in scenarios. So there's the double standard.
So if you think that like I'm somehow holding to an incoherent view, because in some scenarios I think it's okay to kill a human being, I just simply ask you, if somebody had broken into your house and tried to kill your children and your wife, would you be justified in killing them before they're able to kill your children and wife?
And I'll answer that with, if someone's done nothing to harm anybody and you justify killing that's another one of your scenarios.
So like if it's an innocent individual with like moral value, like you or I obviously think that's wrong. But now can you answer the question that I asked you? Like, is self-defense justified?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you think in certain situations it's okay to kill human life?
Is it okay to kill an unborn human being?
Yeah, of course. A fetus? Yeah, totally.
No, it's a human being. It's not a fetus. It's a human being.
Okay, so a fetus is just simply the title of the stage of development that human being is in. Okay, your argument that it's not a fetus, but rather a human being is like saying that you're not an adult because you're a human being. 13-year-olds aren't children because they're human beings.
By your own words, it's simply a title. That was your words. Play it back.
It's the title of the stage of the development that human being is in.
I agree. And you're saying it's simply a title.
A fetus is a fetus in the same way a child is a child, in the same way a newborn is a newborn, in the same way an adult is an adult.
The same way we're all human beings.
Right. Yeah. A fetus is a human being. A child is a human being. An adult is a human being. I just simply don't think that we get our moral value because we're human beings. I think that we get our moral value because we have an ability to express first-person subjective experiences, and we have a mind.
So, by your own words, you concede that we're all human beings.
Well, that's not a concession because, once again, a concession would be me arguing a premise, then inevitably rejecting that premise when you give me good reason to do so. But because I never argued otherwise, it wouldn't be a concession. It would be a clarification of my view.
Okay. Nice twist on everything.
That's not a twist. That's just a fair description of the way that we use these words.
Stay off the pen, bro.
I'm good. I'll continue to hit my lavender and anxiety, my lavender and caramel anxiety pen. I think I'm good. I don't think I'd listen to you for much advice or life direction.
Well, you'd miss out.
I'd miss out on what? Having some like really idiotic 54-year-old man with 3 ex-wives telling me what's best for me in my future. Come on, buddy. That's a little bit beneath me.
Let's back up. Okay, number one, I'm not 54, and two, I've never been married.
Oh, you've never been married? Makes sense.
Oh, but I had 3 ex-wives. That makes sense when you said it.
Well, I mean, I guess either 3 ex-wives or no wife at all. One of the two.
Which one are you going to concede to?
Well, I'll concede. You don't have 3 ex-wives because you've never been with a woman in your 54 years of life.
There's the concession. Pay the man $50,
There's a
y'all.
concession.
Oh, there we go. So that's 2. And since I'm one of the few people that gets you to concede not only once but twice.
What was the first concession on?
Abortion, and it seems like you should.
Can you define the word concession?
Wait, let's stop back. Let's back up. Okay,
After
so let's
define the word concession. We all want to know. We all want to know how you define the word concession.
Who's we? All.
Who's we all? Everybody watching the live, right, guys? We all want to know how he defines the word concession.
You're speaking for other people, and you should not do that.
Well,
you should speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm speaking for them. They're reaffirming that in the chat. So, how do you define the word concession, buddy?
I don't see 13,000 people confirming it.
Well, I don't think that you're looking at the bottom of your phone screen.
I clearly don't see 13,000 people confirming it.
I don't think you could count to 13,000 if you tried, buddy. Now, do you want to define what the word concession means to you?
You can think what you want. I can count a lot higher. I can promise you that, especially if you put a dollar sign in front of it. So, one more reason why you should listen to me, and financially you could be assisted if you would be open to learning. You could be very successful.
Yo, talking about financial assistance, holy shit, Nadia, thank you so much for the $100 over on PayPal. Jesus Christ, Nadia, that is so incredibly kind and generous of you. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for your love. Nadia with $100 says nah/d/yeah. Some people pronounce it wrong. Hi, Dean. Hi, Nadia. Thank you so much for the love. That is insane. Seriously, you guys have been so incredibly kind today. It's been a little bit rough with the debates, and I'm just so incredibly thankful for y'all. Guys, please, if you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on YouTube, I want to see 1,000 Nadia W's in both of the live stream comment sections. That is spelled Nadia. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Seriously, Nadia, thank you. As well as Brianna, thank you for the $1 over on Venmo. Guys, please show some love to Nadia and Brianna down below in that chat. Buddy, once again, I have a question that I'd like you to respond to here. How do you define the word concession?
Yeah, so thank you, Nadia. That's $50 per concession. That would be $100 in my math.
Can you define that word?
And, I just give 2 examples of it. I don't know what more definition you need.
Well, an example's not a definition.
You provided the definition for us, so we thank you.
Oh, well, operating off of my definition of what a concession is, I didn't concede to you on the topic of abortion since I never contested the original premise that it's always wrong to kill human life. Wait, that I never affirmed the original. Well, actually, let me restate myself. I didn't concede because I never contested the original position. Here we go, right? That it's not always wrong to kill human life.
Be careful what you say there. Be careful.
Right? Yeah, it is important to be punctual and clear, and that's why I had to restate myself.
Well, there you go. Good boy.
That was weird.
It's only weird when someone says it to you.
Even just great. Like the way that you said it was strange.
Yeah.
I feel like when you hit like 44, like 54 with a beer belly, it becomes weird.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dean. I'll show you my 6-pack if you'll show me yours, because I go to the gym. Well, and I don't have a beer belly.
I don't really know if I want to do that.
Don't stutter now.
I just don't really know if I want to show you my hands.
Yeah. Because you don't have any. They're there.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I do. Okay. But I don't really know if I want to show them to you. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. So before you attack people and their age and their physique, you better do your homework.
Okay. So why don't you tell us why you support Trump?
I'm pretty mentally and physically fit. So,
Okay, so why do you support Trump as president?
well, like today, I saw where they had got some folks to give money to the children, several millions of dollars investments, allowing them to have a future. That's awesome. It beats abortion, right? Right. So
Okay, you seem to want to talk about abortion. So why do you think that abortion is wrong?
no, I'm talking about money now.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so then just don't mention abortion.
No, you whatever you want to do. Abortion's
No,
cool.
whatever you want to do. If you want to bring up abortion, we could debate on abortion. You can tell us why you think it's immoral. If you want to debate on the fact that Lowe's donated a couple $1 million to fund investment funds for American children, we could do that too. That averages out to a total of $250 per child. Under Kamala Harris's proposed economic policy, parents would have gotten back $6,000 per year for the first year of a child's life, which already is significantly more than the one-time $250 per child. Not to mention the secondary fact that she also proposed massive increases for the second through fifth year of a child's life to $3,600 and the fifth through 17th to $3,000. The next generation would have been significantly better off financially speaking had Kamala Harris won the presidency compared to Donald Trump serving as president right now. Not to mention the fact that if we really want to act like we care about children, which is something that you're obviously doing, you don't care about children, then you want to support Donald Trump considering the fact that he refused to abide by a court order that forced him into paying out food stamp benefits for 16 million American starving children during the first 12 days in November, and he refused to do so.
All right. So two things. One, so you said give money to the parents. You didn't say give money to the children. And two, you make so many points at one time and don't allow anybody else to speak. So it sounds like if we give money to the parents and not the children to invest, then most of the time the parents blow the money.
Then why do we see a reduction in childhood
children?
Then why do we see a reduction in childhood poverty by upwards of 40% once the child tax credit was increased under the American Rescue Plan?
Say it again.
Then why did we see a reduction in childhood poverty in America by upwards of 40% when the child tax credit was increased from the American Rescue Plan?
Why did we see?
Right, if the parents are just like blowing it on themselves and not investing it into their children, then why did we see, right, childhood poverty go down when we increased the child tax credit under the American Rescue Plan? Boom.
Okay, what year was this?
2021.
What year was this?
2021.
I'm sure it had something to do with giving checks out for free money on COVID.
So when parents get more money, they invest it into ensuring that their children are better off on average. I agree.
No,
it doesn't happen all the time. We just simply see a positive correlation between parents having more money and their children being better off. And if you deny the existence of that positive correlation, you're crazy.
Well, prove the correlation.
Okay. You need me to prove that there's a correlation between children being better off and their parents having more money? You need me to prove that to you? Come on. This is common fucking sense. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's absolutely, precisely. There's no doubt that there is a correlation between parents financially being better off and their children being better off as well.
$6,000 makes a difference.
I'm telling you.
We're not talking about people who make $250,000, $400,000, $600,000 a year. We're talking about people who make $14,000 a year and get 20. Come on, bro.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it does make a difference.
Oh, stop.
So then when is the difference made?
Stop the cap.
If the difference is not like a gradual trend, then when is the difference made? Because what we'd expect, right, is like if somebody making like $14,000 per year goes from making $14,000 per year to $20,000 per year, then we would expect there to be a marginal increase in their quality of life as well as a marginal increase in the quality of the life of the child, because that change would be gradual and track the income as it goes up. Now you're arguing that it doesn't make any difference, thereby you think that that change would take place at like one particular income, income. So I'd ask you where that place is, not to mention the fact that $6,000 is a whole of a hell lot more than $250. So if $6,000 wouldn't make a difference, then $2,000, so therefore then $250 wouldn't make any difference at all.
So what happened in 22? Why did that trend not continue?
What trend?
The trend that you said that 40% kids were out of poverty and blah, blah, blah.
No, we saw a reduction in childhood poverty of upwards of 40%.
Well, why didn't it continue? Why would it get 40%?
So what's your source that childhood poverty went right back up in 2022?
What's your source that it didn't? What's your source?
You're asking me to prove a negative because you don't have evidence for your positive.
No. I asked you, the question is, why didn't it continue?
Oh yeah, but that question relied on the assumption that it didn't continue because you're asking why didn't it continue. This is like walking up to somebody and being like, why are you gay? Obviously, asking somebody why they're gay would hinge on the pre-assumption that they are gay.
So did it continue?
Okay, once again, I'm going to ask you for a source for your original claim that was implied given the question that you asked, right? It said that trend didn't continue. So can you please give me any evidence that childhood poverty went down then went back up again?
Well, I sure can. We still have poverty. We still have poverty.
Okay, so
we still have children in poverty.
So the existence of childhood poverty in 2025 does not prove that it went down then back up again in 2021 and 2022.
Hold on. If we still have poverty and you had 40% in 21 and you were going to get 40% in 22, that would only leave you 20% in 23. So by now in 25, we've got no children. Hold on, Dean.
Mathematically, that doesn't follow.
Hold on, Dean. Hold on. Hit your pen. Chill out. Relax, bro. Don't crash out. So why do we still have child poverty today by your numbers? If we are going to glorify one incident, one time in 1 year, and you want to stand on that, die on that hill, why are we still have children in poverty?
Okay, so point number one, mathematically what you're arguing doesn't follow. Childhood poverty would still be going down if it went down by 40% in 2021, then 30% in 2022, then 20% in 2023, so on and so forth. And point number two, it is the case, right, that if we had a 40% reduction in childhood poverty every year, we wouldn't expect said childhood poverty to be gone in a matter of years, since it would be 40% of the childhood poverty that would remain. Like, for instance, if there's 100 children in poverty, right, in 2020, and then that was reduced by 40% to 2021. In 2021, we would expect there to be 60 children in poverty. Now, in 2022, if there was another 40% reduction, it wouldn't be subtracting another 40 children in poverty because 40% of 60 is not 40. Do you understand?
I know what 40% of 60 is. Okay, but
if you understand how the question that you suggested is,
if you had 23, and then you
listen, buddy, do you just understand how you were wrong? If you can't, you can't understand how you were wrong. Okay, then I'm going to kick you. Got it. We're going to move on to the next guest. Sorry, guys. It has been a really long day. We've been live for around 3 hours now. I'm just simply not willing to debate basic mathematics surrounding percentages after the day that we've had. Right? I'm not going to debate what is like a common education for a freshman in high school. What's up? Do you support Trump? Oh, and they're gone. We're going to move on to the next guest. All right, everybody, do just go ahead and hop inside of that queue. If you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president, we'll get you loaded into the live. I'm just not having fun today, guys. I actually kind of want to end the stream. Tess, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, who says, reminder to Tennessee voters, aft bin, go vote. Let's go ahead and finish their message here. What else do they say? 30 minutes left. Stay in line if you already are. Yes, please go vote if you're in Tennessee. And Tess, thank you for the $10. Let's get 100 Tess W's down below in that chat. Thank you so much for your support. And then Alyssa with the $5 who says, the guest today have been like a horrible fever dream. Bottom of the barrel. So bad. Alyssa, thank you for the $5. And then Terry, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much for the love. Who says, I'll never believe that he doesn't have 4 ex-wives. Yeah, good point, Terry. Thank you for the $20. Let's get 200 Terry W's down below. Thank you so much for the love, Terry. And then Kelly, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you so much, Kelly, Terry, and Tess. Show some love to Kelly, Terry, and Tess down below. As well as Melissa, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. That Super Chat literally just came through. Appreciate you so much for the love. And then DeBoss with another $50 on Super Chat, who says, so firstly, abortion should be legal and Christianity shouldn't infect the entire population. Additionally, it sounds, well, I mean, I don't know about that, DeBoss. It was definitely kind of weird that he was asking to like see my abs though. But I appreciate you for the $50, DeBoss, and the $20, Melissa. Show some love to DeBoss and Melissa down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys so much, very much for the love. Welcome in. What is going on? Do you support Trump?
Oh, I didn't mean to join. I'm so sorry. I love you. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You take care. Yo, Fasto. Sorry, not Fasto. Fosto. Thank you for the $5 over on PayPal. He says, you cook everyone, Dean. Fuck, man, I just don't know. I just don't even feel like I'm cooking. I feel like they're all just too dumb to be cooked, right? I feel like a cook requires, like, them getting gagged. And
oh, shit. I didn't even make a joint.
It's just not happening because they can't get gagged when they don't even realize that they were gagged. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a trend that we're seeing today is that they just don't even know that they're losing the debate because they're so, like, insanely unintelligent. Hard day, terrible people, bro. I mean, I'm like over here like losing my shit. You guys, like, ooh, I'm really having my patience tested today with these absolutely abysmal Trump supporters. We're gonna get them load up that next Trump supporter right now into that queue though. So go ahead and hop inside that box if you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. We'll happily get you loaded up in, guys. Just please only hop inside of that queue if you happen to be MAGA. What's going on, blue collar? Do you support Trump?
We are Trump!
All right, moving on to the next guest, Sky. We're also going to go to get Brad up. We got Sky and Brad loading up. And then Sarah, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. It says, I get why you're losing your patience. These people are so hateful and unaware. You make a difference, though.
I don't matter.
Well, I mean, I hope I make a difference. I do. I try. But thank you for the $5. What is going on, Brad? Do you support Trump?
So, I'm not a Trump supporter.
Okay, we are just looking for Trump supporters, so please stay out of the queue unless you're a Trump supporter. Hey, if you're watching and you want to help pay for my fucking therapy, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the Linktree, child, of my bio on TikTok. You can also find them on the top of the phone screen and in the pinned message over on YouTube. I get 100% of all the proceeds shared on those platforms. It goes straight to me. Unlike 30% of the gifts on TikTok and 30% of the super chats on YouTube. What's up? Do you support Trump, Alex?
Yeah.
I'll do. All right, let's see if we can make this a quick one. Would any reasonable American stop supporting Biden as president if he called for the execution of Republicans?
That's pretty disingenuous to say that because he reposted something that he's calling for the execution.
Well, we'll get on to a conversation about Trump, but first, could you answer the hypothetical question I asked you about Biden?
You don't know because not unless he started executing people.
Oh, shit. So if Biden was like, I want to execute Republicans, reasonable Americans would still support him. So is there anything that a president could say that would make you stop supporting them? Like, what if like Trump went on Truth Social and he was like, go grape women?
Yeah, sure. I would stop supporting him.
Okay, so if Trump said go grape women, you'd stop supporting him, but you still support him even though he was held civilly liable for actually raping a woman. Make that make sense. Isn't that a little bit hypocritical?
Yeah. I mean, it was civil.
Yeah, it was civil. Good job, Captain Obvious. Now address the hypocrisy.
What do you mean address the hypocrisy?
Yeah, the hypocrisy is that if Donald Trump said to grape women, you'd stop supporting him as president. But if he actually raped a woman, you wouldn't stop supporting him as president. That's hypocritical.
I mean, if he's condoning people raping or graping women.
Jay, thank you for the galaxy. Well, I mean, obviously he is, considering the fact that he did it.
That does not mean you condone it. Like, has he ever came out and said that his actions were good? Like,
he literally called for Eugene Carroll to be thrown in jail.
Yeah, but he never was sitting there promoting his action.
Wait, okay, listen, I just want to clarify. I think it is like so fucked up to say that like grape is okay. I think it's so fucked up.
I never said that.
110%.
So do I.
Still yet, I do think it is worse to actually grape somebody than it is to say that grape is okay. But I just want to clarify so nobody misinterprets me. I still think that it is very, very, very bad to like say that grape is okay. But like we can agree, right, that actually graping a woman is either just as wrong or worse, correct?
I mean, correct. It's pretty morally wrong.
Okay, so then why do you hold a red line against him saying that grape is okay, but you don't hold a red line against him actually graping a woman?
Well, that's not what you said. You said if he said to go grape women.
Okay, so you would no longer support him as president if he caused somebody else to grape a woman, but you'd continue to support him as president if he caused himself to grape a woman.
Sure.
Why?
I mean, it was civil. I mean, you know, it's a lot different than criminal court.
Okay, so what is a relevant difference between civil and criminal courts that makes you believe criminal courts but disbelieve civil courts?
Because, I mean, regarding things like shootings, a lot of the time, like I'm a strong believer of the Second Amendment, and a lot of the times in shootings, they won't be held criminally liable because it was self-defense, but they would later be sued in a civil court, and I think that's messed up.
So could you please tell me the differences between criminal courts and civil courts that makes you believe criminal courts but disbelieve civil courts?
Civil courts rely heavily.
Just by the way, if like you were like criminally acquitted on the basis of like self-defense as it would relate to like a shooting, I don't really think that the person that you shot would have a successful civil case against you. Just saying. Like,
yeah, no, there has.
But what are the differences between civil and criminal courts that makes you believe criminal courts and disbelieve civil courts?
I mean, civil courts rely heavily on emotion and less on facts.
What do you even mean by that?
What do you mean?
I don't wear like that seems like a very vague statement.
I mean, that's why civil court is very vague. I mean, they're very vague. And
so where does it say that in the law? So like,
where does
about,
that
like,
say that in the law? Why? Well, they're
they're
distinctly
like the jury needs
different,
to make
right?
this ruling off of emotion, not off of.
Here, let's try and get on the same ground. What do you think the difference between civil and criminal court is?
Well, I mean, it's a really handy time to be asking me that question, considering the fact that I've been the one asking you this question for the last 5 minutes and you haven't had an answer, right? And the reason
I just want to make sure we're on the same ground.
Oh, well, we're not on the same ground. So if you're just trying to make sure that we're on the same ground, I'll just clarify that we're not. So now, once again, please show me where like the rules are standard practices of civil courts. It instructs the jury, to make their ruling on the basis of emotion, not on the basis of fact or reason.
I mean, that's like the distinction between them.
Okay, so like where
is
like
that facts are it's looser than a
could you like point me towards like the standard practices or procedures of like civil courts, or like even like could you point me towards like the jury instructions of a jury for a civil court where the judge is like, hey, make this ruling on the basis of emotion, not on the basis of fact? Just like give us like any reason to believe that you're telling us the truth.
Well, I mean, I pointed it out. Like if you're held. Like if you don't get charged for like say like a shooting, I don't know if I can say that, but like a shooting, and then you don't get held criminally liable, but then get later sued in civil court, I think is messed up.
Okay, well, you're still not pointing me towards like the standard practices, rules or regulations.
Well, why do you think you would have got charged in civil court?
However, like what I'll ask you to do here, right, is maybe you could like you keep on re-referencing somebody being like criminally acquitted of murder on the basis of an argument of self-defense, but then like being held civilly liable for murder, something like that. Can you give me like a specific instance of this occurring where we could like read through the court documents together so we could determine why that happened?
Yeah, hold on, let me find it.
Yep, 3 hours into the stream, still don't think we've had a guest with more than 5 brain cells. Emily, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, who says, listen to you the entire drive to the polls to vote for Afton. Hey, Emily, thank you for getting out there. Thank you for voting. I think that you're awesome. Show some love to Emily down below in that chat. And by the way, everybody in the comment section is spamming OJ, so he wasn't criminally acquitted on the basis of self-defense. Thank you so much for the love, as well as Brooke, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, who says, let's see those Epstein files. So real. Jennifer, thank you for the $1 over on PayPal. Appreciate you for that love. Who says, the shopping cart guy is AJ, by the way. Oh, this is AJ? You've already been up here about 1 billion times, Alex. You came up here to get cooked again. Then Danielle, thank you for the $25 over on PayPal, who says, please reinstate your policy of only talking to these fools once for your sake and ours. Hang in there. I know, right? We should probably reinstate that policy. But seriously, Danielle, thank you so much for the $25. Show some love to Danielle down below in that comment section. I really appreciate you for your kindness. Let's get 250 Danielle W's down below. Now, this guy just put himself on mute, but that person did inform us that their name is AJ. I've already debated him like maybe like 5, 6, 7, or 8 times. I've debated him a lot, so we're going to kick him. But I do really appreciate you for the $25, Danielle. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What's
up, do you support Trump?
Because it gets old fucking cleaning something and then having to redo it because somebody won't pick up after themselves. All you gotta do is pick up after yourself and this place would stay in pretty good condition. That's all you gotta do. I've never asked you to clean up my mess, Brain's mess.
Hello, Leah? Leah? Shannon, Leah. Oh, is she? Oh, Leah? Hi, little Leah. Is that you? Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
What was it? Was that a mom moment?
Oh, it was a little bit more than that.
Oh.
Just
geez.
bad timing.
Oh, well, no worries. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Are you in the mood to talk, or
No, it's bad timing. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I understand. You have a good rest of your day.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right. No, I get it. I get it. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest, guys. Go ahead and hop inside of that cube yappa to be an American adult that supports Trump as president. I get it. All right. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the box. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not very good at debating here, Dean. I'm more better at asking questions, if that's all right.
Well, we are here for a debate, but if you want to ask a question before I kick you, feel free to.
It's just so I like to gather more information because I don't want to believe just one side. I don't just believe the left. I don't just believe the right.
Oh, well,
I want to gather my own information.
If you're just looking to gather more information, Snake, first and foremost, I do appreciate you for coming up here. But what I'd recommend is doing maybe like just watching the stream to gather information that way. Because like for the guests on live, we're specifically looking for individuals to come up here to debate. What's up, John? Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
All right, John. If you don't mind me asking. Oh, God.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 54 years old.
54, named John. Okay.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
from Boston, Mass.
From Boston. Okay, John. So why the hell do you
was
support
a Democrat my whole life up until 2016.
Oh, my God.
And I voted for Trump.
Embarrassing, honestly.
Not really. I voted for Obama both terms, and I was disgusted at the end of his second term.
Okay, it wasn't embarrassing to vote for Obama, but it is embarrassing to support Trump.
No, I was embarrassed by him voting for him.
Okay,
he did nothing for me.
So you're embarrassed to vote for Obama, but you're not embarrassed to vote for the 34 count convicted felon adjudicated.
No, I just told you I voted.
Women and girls.
Listen, Dean.
That is fucking trying to coup our government and rig outcome of an election. Okay.
I told you I was a Democrat my whole life.
Until you were now Trump.
Until I voted for Trump in 2016 because I was tired of the Democrats promising everything and getting nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and name three.
No, I was one of those families. Let me explain something to you. Okay. I was a father to 3 young children, married for 29 years, okay? I am now divorced one time, divorced once, okay? I have 4 grandsons, and I lost a granddaughter during COVID that I couldn't even go see in the hospital because of all the moronic bullshit the Democrats put us through.
I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I can't believe how insanely hard that is. Okay, right? Like, I completely understand why that pisses
I
you
couldn't
off.
go see her. I couldn't see her 2 weeks in the hospital in an incubator that I couldn't even just go see her face.
In the incubator?
Yeah, she was in an incubator after she was born.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen to this. On one hand, I completely understand that is like devastating as shit. I also completely understand why you were like personally, right, like pissed off and mad about the fact that you didn't even get to see her because of like the lockdown procedures in American hospitals.
Because of all the lies that they put us through.
Well, but
it was all lies. 6 feet.
Do you mind?
6 feet. That was bullshit.
Do you mind if you just listen to me here for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to be compassionate, understanding.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm going to listen. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Still trying to make my point clear.
I have a couple of things I want to discuss with you that I have true life experience with.
So, like I said,
that you've already talked about.
I understand why that makes you angry. I understand why that pisses you off. I understand, right, why you were so mad that you didn't get to see your granddaughter that died in the NICU. But simultaneously, like, it is really important to understand, like, that the rules that hospitals had surrounding visitation in the NICU during the pandemic were good rules, right? Because it prevented the deaths of more, like, innocent newborns, such as your granddaughter, via visitation walking into the NICUs and potentially infecting the newborns with COVID, when newborns are at an incredibly high likelihood of having COVID kill them, right? All that rule did was it ensured that like other newborns in the NICU wouldn't die like your granddaughter, right? And you personally know how much
that doesn't mean you can't see her from a window outside the NICU.
Well, I agree. I think that they
have those. They have that stuff.
Well, if there was a way for you to see your granddaughter from a window, I wish you would have had that.
Thank you very much. Now, on another subject, on juries, criminal and civil, I was on both, okay? The difference from criminal, okay, is that you find people guilty and then they get sentenced to jail time, okay? Now, civil, you find somebody liable, just liable, okay? Doesn't mean you're guilty, doesn't mean you're innocent, you're liable. That's all that means.
Dude.
And I was on a jury that went against the MBTA in Boston, okay, because a grandmother supposedly fell off the trolley inside the tunnel that the guy had to manually get out and switch tracks, okay? And and he was a black driver, gentlemen, who got fired, okay? Because
what's going on?
Okay, MBTA Green Line, the Green Line trolley in Boston, okay? When something happens where they have to get out and manually switch tracks, okay? The driver has to manually switch the tracks. Okay, that means the trolley stopped in a tunnel. This woman on a full packed rush hour trolley in a tunnel was the only one who didn't move inward. Okay, and she had her 5-year-old grandson with her, who also moved in on the train when was told multiple times by the MBTA driver, who was a colored man. You have to understand that.
1 second.
I have to explain something to you. It matters. It matters.
I just need to hop in here real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is not okay to call black individuals colored. Okay, so the term
all right,
colored,
brown, black, I don't know. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
It doesn't seem like you did know that. So I'm trying to
What do I call them?
I'm just trying to have an educational moment with you here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the reason why it is wrong to refer to black individuals as colored is because the term colored was used during Jim Crow era segregation. Okay, and that term was
aware of
used
that.
to societally and legally oppress and discriminate and marginalize the fuck out of black Americans. Okay, right? The word colored exists in a very similar realm to the N-word. So that's
I know,
like
but
why
I
you should
said
use
black
that term.
also in my conversation.
So
I just didn't mean it
how
to
about
come
this?
out that way.
You could call black people black people. And by the
Okay,
way, once
he
you're
was
done
a
with the
black
story, I want to
gentleman.
talk about your following list.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. So the thing is that black driver, gentleman, he's in this liability lawsuit because he was fired over it. Because this woman fell backwards out into a trolley in a tunnel and hurt herself. Who went through therapy for about 6 months, then went missing for 6 months, then came back to therapy. So there was some she was an older woman. She was a grandmother of a 5-year-old. He was fired over it, the driver, right? He was fired over this whole thing. Now she's got $1 million lawsuit against the MBTA, right? She got somebody to come in and say that she was earning $200 a week, right, for cleaning a house. So she's making $800 cash a week.
Okay.
I mean, a month. I'm sorry, a month.
I'm sorry. This is just like a dumb anecdote that has nothing to
Well,
do with
listen,
it.
he got fired, right?
Can we just skip to the end, please?
Yeah, okay. So in the jury, only half of us agreed that we should give her money.
Yeah.
Now, you have to go off of the woman's life expectancy. That's how this goes, okay? When you find someone liable, it goes off of their life expectancy. Okay, so we had to come up with something. We gave her $200,000, okay? Now we're done with her. Now we go and find out why does this driver who wasn't at fault get fired. So we give him his job back with back pay, with raises, with promotions. He got carte blanche, thank God. I'm happy I was able to give him that.
Can I ask
what?
You just
that's liability. I'm just saying that's a liability trial that happened.
Thank you for sharing that information. May I share some information?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know, okay, it's no secret that you follow a lot of women. Okay, no secret.
I do.
I just want to let you know that.
What does that mean? I'm a divorced guy. Why wouldn't I follow women?
Just give me a second.
Wouldn't you? Would you?
Just give me a second.
Are you gay? Maybe you wouldn't. Are you gay, Dean? I don't know.
Okay, just come on.
Maybe you wouldn't follow women. You'd follow men. I don't know. Why would you say that?
I'm just trying to.
Why would you say that?
I'm trying to help you out, dude.
You want to let everybody on your feet know that I follow a lot of women. I said I'm a divorced man. I'm a marriage that lasted 29 years.
Let me help you out, John. Let me help you out.
You weren't very nice saying
I'm
that.
trying to help you here. Let me help you.
Make it sound like I'm a fucking rapist myself.
Let me help you. Let me help you. Okay, just around 80% of the quote unquote women that you follow are in all reality fake AI profiles.
It's possible.
Let me just give you an example.
Soldier girl.
It's possible. Yeah, right. Soldier girls. Yeah. What about them?
So
she's cute for a soldier girl. If she's real, I don't know.
She's fake.
Okay. So what does that mean? Someone on the other end's going to ask me for $100 someday?
Actually, possible.
Would I give him $100? Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't fall for crap like that.
Well, I mean, you certainly fell for. I mean, dude, like, come on, let's just look through here, because this is my friend, not the only one. Oh, here's another.
That's
one.
awesome. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Can I tell you, when I went through the divorce, I was dating a 25-year-old female. I have no problem with women. I have no problem with women.
How did you say you were?
I said I'm 54, but I got divorced 8 years ago.
So you were like late 40s.
And I was dating a 25-year-old woman with no problem.
I mean, I think that...
Mind you, with no problem.
See, my thing is... As I think about like late 40s.
Women like the older grayish, whitish beards, if you didn't know.
Come on, just let me speak.
Maybe you should grow one.
First, let's call women women. Let's not call women females. I feel like the word female is used too derogatorily. Now.
Okay, all right, that's a good, because that's on the other subject you have with the rape thing and the pageantry.
I think that like 25 and 48, in my mind, it's just a little weird. You know?
It is? Why? They're not, are they adults?
So, 25.
Hold on, are they adults? I even went to a rave for the first time with her. Never even knew what a rave was, just to be fun. Hey, dude, I tried. When I got divorced, you got to understand, I was with the same woman for 29 years. Faithful.
25 is an adult. 25 is 100%
absolutely
an adult, okay? 25
He
is an
has
adult.
pretty much a brain developed, right?
Actually, by 25...
you have a brain.
Well, there's
fully developed.
There's conflicting news studies that have just come out in the last.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
But anyways,
that's fine. She's really an adult
25 is an adult. Okay, I don't contest that being 25 years old makes you a sure as hell adult. But just I don't know.
I was probably lucky. To be honest
my personal opinion, I just think it's a little weird.
I was pretty lucky that she was interested in me.
Dude.
You don't believe me?
And you went to a rave with her?
I did, yeah, for the first time in Rhode Island.
What was your experience like at this?
That was crazy. I actually tripped that night. Someone gave me a bottle of water, and I tripped my ass off.
At the rave?
Yeah, the walls were melting on me. I kid you not. I was 40-something years old, 47, I think. I'm just telling you the truth, dude.
Okay,
you want to know? I want to tell the truth.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to tell you the truth, too. My take... Okay, let me talk for a little bit. Then we'll get back on track.
I know. I just wish you didn't mention... You could have said it in a different way about my page.
I was just trying to help you. Come on. Oh, wait,
you're making me look like a weirdo, kind of. I'm not looking at naked women on there.
Okay, here's another... This is AI.
In the United States, many men are interested in Japanese women.
It probably is.
Would be indifferent.
But I would be interested in a Japanese woman. Is there anything wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with me being interested in a Japanese woman? Whether that's AI or not. It could be funny to you. It's not funny to me, dude.
Dude.
So I'm not racist if I'm into an Asian woman, am I?
What is going on? Dude, today's a fever dream. Today's
what
just
about
like
the black women on there that say, "Would you date a black woman?" Is that AI too?
I am sure that
it might be.
Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm sure that there is like many like 30-year-old dudes out there maybe even dudes your same age, 40s, 50s, that are creating
I'm 54.
I know, John, that are creating.
I'm a pirate legend and Sea of Thieves too.
Okay. Can I? Okay.
I am.
So I'm sure that there's some other 54-year-old dudes out there that are a lot like you that figured out this nifty tool of AI that are now creating these videos. Would you date a Japanese woman? Would you date a black woman?
Would you date a black woman?
Because
But if I say
sure,
yes,
I'm sure when a divorced 54-year-old such as yourself sees that video, you go, "Ooh, pretty woman. I would date them," and then you hit the follow button.
Actually, they were older women, the older black women on there.
And then they end up DMing you in 6 months, being like, "Well, I saw you followed me.
They can DM me all they want.
You would date this woman, and let's do it. But first, I'm gonna need $500.
Goes to Ghana. I know all about that.
I'm gonna need $500.
Yeah, to Ghana. To Ghana, Africa.
These scams, they run globally, my friend. Don't
And you know
why
what
you
the
singled out
scammers
Ghana,
do?
Africa.
You know what those scammers do? They got 100 of them.
I don't know why you singled out Ghana, Africa. Scams
I'm
run
just saying
globally.
Ghana is one place that
Are
I know
you
of
saying like
that's
this is like
happened.
an experience that you personally had?
Not me personally, but I know
don't
someone who has. All right, whatever you want, whatever you want.
So like one of your buddies followed one of the.
Yeah, one of my buddies did. Yeah, and I said, "You are so stupid." I said, "Tell them to give you a picture right now of the exact date, their name that they gave you, the age, everything, all that, on a piece of paper and send it to you right now." And they couldn't. And he finally believed me.
Oh, John. Oh, buddy.
What?
May Lord have mercy. Just Lord.
I
have
got all
mercy.
kinds of experiences I can tell you about.
I bet you do.
I can. Now let's get back to why I feel Democrats failed me. Okay, as a married man with 3 children. What they do is they keep you down. That $6,000 that they give you at the end of the year on the tax return, those people, I've seen it many times. The news has reported it here in Massachusetts. The mothers, the single mothers go on vacations. They buy all kinds of lavish stuff. They post it online. That system doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you something. I was in housing with my wife and 3 kids. Okay? I had to be on mass health my whole marriage because I couldn't afford a health care plan for a family of 5, to be honest with you. Okay? They keep you down. They don't allow you to keep money in the bank. You're allowed $2,000 in your savings account. You cannot put any more in your account. Okay? Do you understand that? You see how that works?
So you made 2 separate claims. I'll respond to them both. This will be great. So
they're not claims, they're reality. It's happened to me. That's reality.
Okay. So John, your first claim arguing that social safety nets, right, keep poor people poor. That's not true.
Right.
That's not true.
They do. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Can I share the data with you to refute?
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Share it.
Over 50.
Because I'm living proof.
Over 56% of individuals that are on food stamps are off of food stamps within the first 12 months of receiving them. Why? Because when they're on food stamps, it helps them be able to, A, increase the negotiating power that they can hold against a potential employer. So instead of just leaping at the first job opportunity that's in front of you because you need money now to put food on the table, maybe you'll take a month or 2 to interview for that more competitive firm since you now have some subsidized.
To tell this to the Western New Yorkers that I'm going to get to.
Assurances from the government, right, that you'll be able to keep food on the table for now. So that's why over 50%.
You still can't have more than $2,000 in your bank account.
So we're not.
Period.
So you're talking about state-funded healthcare, right?
I'm talking about saving money in an account. You can't have more than $2,000.
Let me respond. Let me respond. Okay, now we're.
How can you get ahead if you can't keep money in your bank account?
Why are you screaming back at me?
Because you're not clarifying what you're trying to say.
Because you're talking.
How do you get ahead if you can't save money?
So are you talking? Are you on disability?
I am now. Yes.
So when you're on disability, you can't have more than.
I feel like I was
trying. Right?
How much?
Over $2,000 or so in your bank.
I'm not sure actually. I don't know. I have a bank account, but it only pays my bills and buys me some food.
So I want to make it clear. I actually think that the disability system that we have is fucked. For lack of a
I worked
better word.
35 years. I get $1,500 a month. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think if you're on disability, you should be able to have more than $2,000 saved in a bank account. I think if you're on disability, right, it shouldn't take you a year and a half to prove it. I think if you're on disability, you should be able to get your claim approved significantly faster. And I think if you're on disability,
Well, it did get approved fast because I died. I died at the Mass General. I died, so they had to bring me back. I died in 2018. They had to bring me back to life at the Mass General. I had a massive heart attack.
And then you died?
I died, yes, on the 10th floor of the Ellison building, which is the step-down unit in the cardiac floor.
I'm really sorry to hear that you died, John.
You don't have to be sorry. I have so many life experiences. I know what I'm talking about. During COVID, right, I'm going to let you know, I had to go to the hospital 4 times, right? You had to wait about 12 hours to even be seen in the emergency department. And that's coming in on an ambulance, right? And then when you did get seen and they sent you to another section, there was no worrying about COVID. There had to be about 1,000 people in that room.
Because our hospitals were overloaded, our hospitals were overbooked.
Yeah, but where was the worry about COVID then?
The worry of COVID still existed, but because of the limited space and the overload.
No, it still exists today. If you go to the hospital, they swab your nostrils. It still exists today.
Maybe like if you're older and you're like.
No. That's not an older thing.
I went to the hospital 2 months ago. I didn't have my nostrils swabbed, John.
You're not in Massachusetts, probably.
Okay, so you're saying that they do this in some hospitals in some places.
They do it at the Mass General, one of the best hospitals in the world, buddy.
Okay, buddy. All right, John. Okay, great. I'm happy they swab your nostrils, John.
Why are you happy?
Because maybe you have COVID and they want to make sure that you don't.
I've had 5 shots of the
booster?
shots. Yeah, I've had 5.
Good, John.
5.
Good. That's
okay,
good.
but I'm not
That's good.
getting any more. And I'm going to tell you why, because my health has deteriorated since COVID and the Ozempic shot I was on. I went blind. You're going to believe me on this one now, right?
Dude, what is going on?
I'm going blind because of that COVID shot.
John, how do you know that the COVID shot's making you go blind?
Because my health deteriorated after the COVID shots.
Well, you're also 54, and unfortunately,
I lost my foot. I had lost my foot. I'm losing my eyesight. I am a diabetic, mind you. Listen to me. I am a diabetic.
John,
but that doesn't give it an excuse.
Diabetes puts you at an increased likelihood for.
But my diabetes was fine for 20 years until the COVID shots.
Dude,
now
honestly,
it aggressed.
Honestly,
and there's more.
Listen.
Hold on. There's studies that it's causing aggression. And morbilities. I'm telling you, it is.
Can you show me one of these studies, John?
Dude, just look it up yourself.
All right,
I can't show you because I'm half blind. I wish I could. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get on there. If you will reach me, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on here with you, but I want to.
I don't mean to laugh at you. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Laugh it up.
No,
Laugh it up.
I'm not laughing at what you said. I'm laughing at the way that you said it, and I want to make it.
I know.
Make that
That's
explicitly
fine.
clear. Okay.
I'm a very sarcastic person, and believe me.
Okay. Well, John, I'm really sorry that you're going blind and that you lost your foot and that you died on the 10th floor of the Massachusetts General.
It did happen. It's true.
I know. I'm sorry.
And I've been through all kinds of surgeries.
Yeah.
I have 2. I have 6 stents. I had during COVID, right? I got an infection during COVID. So they had the infection supposedly made it up the leads to my pacemaker defibrillator. They had to rip that one out and put a new one in on my side.
God.
I mean, I've been through torture these past couple of years.
Well,
it hasn't been fun.
Here's what I'll say, John, and I would appreciate if you'd listen to me. So, I mean, I think that old age catches up to us all. At one point, it's going to happen to me. I mean, it should have just happened to my dad. You know, my dad was actually telling me this the other day.
Sorry to hear that.
So he's 59. He's a couple of years older than you. And 3 years ago, when he was 56, he was setting records because he's a big mountain biker. He loves mountain biking. He was setting local records for the times around some of the loops in the area. But now he's telling me 3 years later, he feels like his body's just like going to shit, and that old age, and that his age is finally starting to catch up with him.
So he's my age, basically, a little older.
And this happens. You get older, and your age starts to catch up with you, especially when you have pre-existing conditions like diabetes.
Oh, really? Let me explain something now. Stop and pause right there. My father, right, born in 1947. He's going to be 80 years old this year. Do you know Revere Beach? Revere, Massachusetts at all? Do you know that beach?
No.
It was the first public beach ever in the United States, so you can look that up. That's where I'm from, okay? Now, he rides his mountain bike on Revere Beach every day. It's 3.5 miles each way. He does it 3 times in the summertime. Right now, he's probably depressed as all hell that he can't get out and ride his bike. Okay?
Amen.
I sit on the wall, not able to walk a block without being out of breath, and he's doing this beach on his mountain bike 3 times. And he has diabetes. He didn't have